Swing and a fly ball hammered center. Carey going back, still going. He can't get it. 2 runs will score. Wetherholt around second. On his way to third. The kid comes through. Wow.
Let's get nasty on a Monday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 203-year time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Carey, welcome back, man.
Hey, good to be back, man.
We were telling everybody, of course, you were suspended last week because of attitude issues.
Yeah, I worked on it.
Good
Got
for you.
Some, rest and relaxation, and I'm back with a better attitude. Jamie almost pissed me off, but we're good now.
Okay, how did I?
Yeah, I thought you were blaming me for crap, man. I just walked in.
Okay, the guy's super sensitive.
He said, my charger's missing, and he looked at me.
No,
I didn't use that charger.
Carey, first of all, we share that charger. You plug your little headphones in there, too. I see we share that charger.
We do.
And I didn't even look at him for that.
He kind of gave me the side eye.
No, I didn't.
Did he?
I looked at Discord because I know Carey uses this one for his phone.
He's like, we've been gone for a week, and there's stuff missing.
No,
But I thought he said, you've been gone for a week and there's stuff missing.
See? The truth.
Hell, I do.
The truth.
I apologize.
Yeah, we all have been gone for a week.
Blaming you? Damn,
he's just testing you.
No, I don't know it's them either.
Carey, it's good to see you, man.
Man, good to be seen, man.
Chip Carey on the call, Cardinals TV network, as the Cardinals take 2 of 3 against the Rockies. And yesterday it was the J.J. Wetherholt game. He was fantastic. He's been fantastic all season. Now,
One guy part of the team, Anthony.
What's that?
It's just one guy who's part of a team.
Yeah, very, very true. Yeah. And actually, he was 3 for 21 in August before Sunday, so it's not like he was ripping the cover off the ball. But one thing that I really enjoyed reading about J.J. Wetherholt after the game was the article done by MLB.com. Brendan Schaefer wrote it, and he talked about how J.J. Wetherholt writes down, he basically keeps a journal or a log that writes down his thought process after games. So he was talking about how, you know, he didn't want to try to be the hero. That's not what he's trying to do. Instead, based on previous experiences throughout the year, he just tried to stay calm when he came up late in the game with the game basically on the line. Try to stay calm. Don't try to do too much. Let the pitcher make the mistake. Put a good swing on it. Then write down that mental state afterwards so that he can recreate that later. And it just kind of blew me away that this is a rookie. This is somebody that clearly can handle the big leagues. He got the big contract extension, but it reminded me of the mental approach of the game. And as you guys can attest to, the mental part of being a professional is just as important as the physical aspects. Is it surprising to you guys that he's a rookie and mentally he's already showing the maturity of a 10-year vet?
Yeah, I do think there's a combination of things here. One, it's surprising that he is so relaxed and he's able to battle through these things. But two, the Cardinals are letting him do it. So a lot of mistakes that, in my opinion, the teams make are when rookies or young players make mistakes, they scold the hell out of them. Like, well, you know, that's not how we do it here. Don't make that play, or don't. You know, hey, make sure you pick up that block. Like, depending on what sport you're in, they like go right on you right away. And then young guys tend to start playing jittery a little bit, just because you want to make sure you want to please the coaching staff, because ultimately they control whether you play or not. And I think with the Cardinals, they didn't really do that. Now, did they have to? Probably not.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it seems like J.J. Wetherholt had his season in the minors, whatever, did his thing, came up in spring training. They just said, hey, let's see what the kid's got. They let it ride out. They had no predisposed idea of what they were going to do with him. It was kind of like, let's see how he does. Okay, let's see how he does this week. And just kept kicking the can down the road until finally signing a huge extension for the Cardinals. So for me, it's the player being super poised and calm and being prepared, all of those things, but the team also letting him work through things on his own without just kind of quickly correcting him every single time there's something that pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think being a young player, as Jamie said, when you're a younger guy, I think one of the things that helps with that is most of the team is younger as well. Normally, those pressures and that stress comes from having veteran players that are looking at you like, brother, what are you doing? We trying to win a championship.
Right.
And I don't think that those expectations, like everyone believes that they can win a championship, but when you're a veteran-led team and got a lot of older guys, maybe on the back nine of their career, they expect to be champions every single year because they know that their time is limited. And with this team, it's a younger team. You're allowed to have those mistakes. You're allowed to bump your head and figure some things out. And then you're allowed to just go play baseball. I think one of the best things is just even when you do fail, like you said, he was 1 for 23 or 1 for 21, 3 for 21, something like that.
He was 1 for 21. No, sorry, he was 3 for 21.
Yeah, going into yesterday. Mm-hmm. So he had been facing some. I think he's batting 143. I heard on the radio when I was listening to it or during the game. But just being able to have that struggle, those struggles, that failure, and then pop back out and have a really good game to kind of break that slump yesterday. I think it's all in, a part of the maturation process. It's part of being a younger player, but it also helps to be on a younger team with not a lot of expectations. In my opinion, I think that helps a lot.
Do you think him playing college baseball has anything to do with this? I'm not saying that it does, but you look at some of the other players that didn't go that route. He did. Yeah. Suffered an injury, worked through it, battled through adversity. Do you think that has anything to do with his mental makeup?
That's an interesting question. I want to say yes because look, he's a little bit older. He went through the college experience. He didn't have to go right to the minor leagues as an 18-year-old and try to figure it out. He had the experience in college. But I also truly believe that this is just who J.J. Wetherholt is. Mm-hmm. I don't think every college player takes a journal and instead of writing down just what happened, he writes down what he felt. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to recreate here. This is how I felt during this at bat. This is what I felt during this game, so that he can try to, if he is in a slump. And Matt Holliday's talked to us about this too at one point. When he does get into a slump, he can go back to it and say, okay, I was 3 for 21 in August. This is what I was doing, so he could try to get out of it quicker. I think that's just who J.J. Wetherholt is. I don't think that at every college player has that, but typically, just on paper, I think collegiate athletes will have more maturity coming to the minors than maybe somebody that's 18 years old. But that also has to do with his age.
Correct.
Yeah. It's interesting nonetheless. I love the fact too that the Cardinals overall, their game plan yesterday to attack a struggling pitcher in Michael Lorenzen, it was perfect. I mean, they were fouling pitches off consistently. They drove up his pitch count immediately. He wound up throwing 97 pitches in 4 1/3. I mean, he was throwing a bunch. I forgot how many he threw in just the first couple of innings. It was a ton, though. For them to work that hard, get a lead, and then have the bullpen give it back, that was going to be disappointing. So I was glad to see that J.J. Wetherholt did come up with a big double, that Herrera did come up with a big single, and made it a 7-4 game in the 8th, as opposed to, dropping a game in which they had a really great offensive approach. So that was good to see. So the Cardinals now 59-59. They're back to 500, and they've won the last 2 series. One against a bad team in Colorado, one against a possible World Series contender in the Yankees, and now they are 15 games back of the Brewers, but in the wild card race, they are only 3.5 back of Philadelphia. The Cubs, Diamondbacks, Phillies right now are your wild card teams. So,
and you take on the Phillies.
And you take on the Phillies. So you want to make some headway? Now's your opportunity. Cardinals, Phillies tonight, 6:45. It'll be Hunter Dobbins versus Andrew Painter. So Dobbins gets the start tonight. Cardinals and Phillies, they go head to head. This is important. As important of a series as going to be right now in this season.
Is it the most important series of the year?
Boy. Some would say it is.
Some would say it's the most important series of the season.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're there yet.
No,
they still have 2 teams ahead of them.
Name a series. Name a series that's most important.
Tell them.
That's more important right now.
There isn't one.
Probably the next one.
Can't get to the next one until you get to this one. There you go.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. So we just discussed the good in J.J. Wetherholt in the offense, and the Cardinals taking 2 of 3. What about Liberatore? Liberatore, another rough start on Saturday. We'll dive into the numbers. Well, you'll also have an opportunity. Chaim Bloom just joined BK and Ferrario, so you'll hear some audio from Chaim Bloom on Liberatore and what the Cardinals are thinking. So we'll dive into the Matthew Liberatore discussion next on 101 ESPN.
Well, the great people over at Urban Chestnut, they just keep rolling out great beers. We have talked a lot about this Wickle Light. It's an elevated light beer that is brewed right here by St. Louisans, local brewery. You got to love that. Urban Chestnut, they know what's going on, especially when it comes to making beer. It's a crisp, clean, refreshing light beer, 95 calories, 3.7 carbs. And it's a great beer. Tastes like beer. You will love it. They got cans. They got bottles. It's great for parties or just the good old cookout in the backyard. Wickle Light tastes awesome. They've also got Squirrel Works. Hazy IPA delivers bright tropical notes and an easy, juicy finish. It is an amazing beer as well. 6.6%, so you get a lot of bang for your buck on that one. They sell it in the 4-pack or the single cans. And also, Urban Chestnut always have great events going on. They've got the BOGO with a logo. What that means is you buy one, get one beer as long as you're wearing Urban Chestnut merchandise down there. That'll be happening on August 11th. That's Tuesday. And then, of course, the Bingo Night on August 12th. Don't miss out on those events. For more information regarding anything that we just talked about, visit them at urbanchestnut.com. Again, that's urbanchestnut.com. Prost!
So Matthew Liberatore allowed a leadoff home run to Jake McCarthy over the weekend.
JJ's brother.
Could be.
I don't.
Cousin. I think dad's side.
First brother, first cousin.
Yeah, dad's side.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Either way, it was a home run. Liberatore then went.
You couldn't get him out this weekend, though.
No, he was incredible.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's like 9 for 14 or something, 9 for 13.
He hit the right approach.
Yeah, man.
It's funny. You look at some of those guys in that lineup. They actually have some pretty decent hitters in
Mickey
in that
Moniak's
lineup.
one of them. Yep.
They
McCarthy.
just have zero pitching.
Good. I mean, Goodman. He can hit a little bit.
Yeah.
So Liberatore winds up only going 5 innings, allows 9 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 3 Ks. So Matthew Liberatore continues to be an enigma. And I do appreciate the fact, because I do think this counts. You know, after the game, he said, I didn't do much well. He identified, you know, the curveball, slider, fastball command, the walks, the hit batter, failure to cover first base, which is, you know, a sin when you're a pitcher.
Oof, yeah.
Pretty much everything that went wrong. I'm sure it was painful to some degree, but he was honest about it. But he said, I think diving into that and figuring out what exactly went wrong and what needs to be done next time is the harder part. Here's my thing. Figuring out why something happened and what to change is just part of being a big leaguer. But it's really hard to make changes or fix something that you can't diagnose. And I don't think that Liberatore, or the Cardinals for that matter, have figured out how to fix the problem because they can't diagnose what it actually is. Why is it the first inning sometimes? Why is it the third inning another time? Why does he pitch so well against the Braves, 6 scoreless innings against Atlanta, then 8 runs over his next 2 starts, then 6 scoreless against Toronto? It just doesn't make sense, and it hasn't made sense.
It's one of the weirdest things. It's one of the most dangerous things as well, because you actually can see how good he can be. And then you kind of can talk yourself into saying, oh, this is who he actually is.
Right.
Like the start against Toronto, he goes 6 innings, allows 1 hit, no earned run, 7 Ks, and you're like, yep, this is what I expect from him. And you get excited. Mm-hmm. And then his next outing, first pitch, boom, in the seats, and you're like, okay, it's going to be a long one again, I guess.
Right.
Like, I think that's one of the most frustrating things, and I don't think that that's anything to do with coaching. I don't think that that's anything to do with front office. I think that's on the player, because you've shown, obviously, that you are capable of having success. You talked about it against the Braves. They won that game. He went 6 innings, only gave up 4 hits, and he went 6 innings against the Blue Jays and only gave up 1 hit. So the ability is there. Is he going to be able to do it every single night? It doesn't look like that's who he is right now. And somehow, some way, he has to figure out that part to be consistent, because the one thing about staying in this league is being consistent at your job. If you're consistently bad, you ain't going to have a job. If you're consistently good, you will get paid a lot of money to do your job, and people will praise you everywhere you go.
Yeah, I think that's the key right there. What CD is saying is that consistent players play a long time and they get paid. And players like Matthew Liberatore, at least the version we're seeing in the moment, if this wasn't a building or / rebuilding team, there would be no Matthew Liberatore experiment going on. Like, if this was a team that was supposed to be a playoff team, that is one, like if this was a Brewers, Matthew Liberatore would not be there. He wouldn't be in the rotation. I don't know if he'd be in the bullpen. I don't know. But right now, the player, is fortunate that the Cardinals are in this situation, but I don't know how long this situation lasts ultimately. Does it carry through to the end of the season? Do they stop him short? Do they rest him? Mm-hmm. Does he get an IL, air quotes, stint? Does he go to the bullpen? I don't know. But this roller coaster ride that is Matthew Liberatore, where you're getting, one horrific inning, then the rest are pretty solid, one good game,
right,
then a bad game. Like, it is all over the place. They have not been able to make him consistent, and I don't know how they do at this point.
And it's kind of, it makes it even weirder, because Matthew Liberatore, McCarthy hits one 420 feet, and Liberatore essentially was like, yeah, I can live with that, because he wanted to get ahead. So, like, the mental part of it, he understands, hey, I want to get ahead. I'd rather be 0-1 than 1-0. He missed on the location, and McCarthy made him pay for it. Normally, you get a pitcher that might be struggling, like, I don't know, and you see the frustration, you see the kind of the mental side of it poke through. Instead, he seems to be pretty calm. So that part is good, but it still leads to the same result of
maybe he should be pissed off.
Maybe he should be.
Maybe he'd like to see something. Yeah, I know.
Maybe the calmness ain't working for you, brother. Maybe go, take a bat and bash a Gatorade bottle.
When you're
something.
not pitching well consistently, someone say, well, he should get mad. Then if he gets mad, he needs to calm down. He needs to be more focused.
Right, exactly. Can't win.
Can't win.
Yeah, I wonder if they truly do end up giving up on Matthew Liberatore come next baseball season. Just because you look at what Andre Palante has done this year, able to bounce back, and Kyle Leahy, middle of the season, there's two examples right there. I just wonder if they're like, no, we're going to try and exhaust all of our options to make sure that this guy, we can get the most out of this guy, and it will take some other pitcher to just flat out be better than him and be ready to be a starting pitcher in the majors. I wonder if it really comes down to that.
I think that might be part of it. I do think though it's what Jamie noted, in that it's the season. It's the nature of the season. There, it's about discovery.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily about, hey, we got to win the pennant. Like, they want to win. They're trying to balance that out, but it is more about we're going to use your words, exhaust all possibilities, because we have the opportunity to. We're not expected to win the division. So let's see this thing through. Chaim Bloom did join BK and Ferrario earlier, and one of the things that they asked was about keeping Liberatore stretched out in the bullpen, and this was his answer.
We actually have done something like that, obviously with Hunter, as he was sort of bouncing back and forth. We had a couple stretches where we were able to keep him up here and keep him available to give us bulk innings out of the bullpen. And he did that a couple of times, and it really worked out well. Obviously, the baseball gods were smiling on us. It lined up perfectly for us to do that. It's not always going to work that way. And as you guys know, we had the thought of doing something similar with Quinn. And then when the trade deadline gave us an opportunity to go grab Caleb Ferguson, we did that, and we had to change our plans as a result of that. So these are things, again, this isn't with respect to Libby, because we want to make sure we're continuing to get the most out of him in the rotation. But obviously, when you're trying to allow more than 5 guys to participate in this and yet keep them on a starter schedule, keep them getting starter reps, and keep them getting that development and that opportunity, and not have to yo-yo them between roles, there are some creative ways you can do that.
So we'll see what they do. Hunter Dobbins gets another start tonight. If he pitches well, maybe they start to look at Liberatore being in the pen, but finding a way that he's going to be stretched out. Either way, you're not any closer to the answers that you need on Matthew Liberatore. And I think that in itself tells us what we need to know. Now, whether or not the Cardinals will see this thing all the way out and see it to the offseason, I think we're getting our answers on Liberatore without having any concrete evidence. Like concrete evidence in that he can get past this.
Right. You don't have any evidence that he's capable of getting out of it.
Right.
I think you have evidence that it's not great.
Yeah.
You're seeing it in real time, and it's frustrating because you know that he has the capability of being a really good pitcher. He's shown it in spurts throughout his entire career, and at times this season. But if you're not able to do it consistently, then that's just the nature of sports, man. You're not going to be able to continue to be trotted out there if you don't perform at the level that is needed for your team to win.
Yeah, agreed. That's Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. More on Chaim Bloom and his discussion with our guys BK and Ferrario. But do NFL super teams actually wind up winning the Super Bowl? Everybody's got the Rams kind of earmarked into the in pen, written into the Super Bowl. Well, the history actually isn't on their side. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN.
Derek Stevens, owner of Circus Sports Las Vegas, always coming up with great promotions, and one that is still going, started in early July, but is still going, is the America Turning 250. And that's celebrating, obviously, the birthday of America, and here's how it works with Circus Sports. If you're already a user, no problem. You just click on the promotion inside the app. If you're not, you sign up, and you click on that white logo when you go to the App Store and put in all your information, and you're ready to go. Then all you do is put in $250. once you play through that $250, Circus Sports will add $250 right back into your account, and then you can have a lot of fun. Whether it's a futures bet, you know, we're already talking about the Super Bowl coming up here. And you know, if you think you got a winner, go ahead and pick that over at Circus Sports. They've got the best odds of any app that is out there on the market currently. That equals bigger payouts. They've got high betting limits, and they don't cap you, block you, or stop you when you start winning. Circus Sports, no, they do the opposite. They celebrate your winnings. They want you to keep going. They love when people have good plays over at Circus Sports. Celebrate 250 years, and you can find out more about all of this at circusports.com. Again, that's circusports.com. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cards take the series from the Rockies over the weekend, and now they have a date with the Philadelphia Phillies. Hunter Dobbins is on the mound tonight for the Cardinals, as the Cardinals currently sit 3.5 games back of those Phillies. So a massive series starting at Busch Stadium tonight. First pitch is at 6:45. The lineup is out, so we will pause on the NFL discussion, and we'll play the lineup game next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
right, we got a lineup, so we'll play the lineup game right now. Andrew Painter, the right-hander, will oppose Hunter Dobbins tonight as the Cardinals open up a new series against the Philadelphia Phillies. And the Cardinals are 3.5 games back of the Phillies for that last wild card spot. So it winds up being an important series. All right. Carey, you've been off for a while. Do you want to lead us off?
Yeah, show us JJ Wetherholt.
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
So now Ollie has changed things up here again.
Keeping you on your
Is
toes.
this our guy Yvonne?
I think so.
I think so.
I think they.
Because
Walker was hop at.
I think Walker was in the cleanup
Yep.
yesterday. Burley was third. Herrera was second.
It's going back to
Reality.
the original lineup.
Back to reality. Yeah.
Back to reality.
Back to life.
Yeah.
Who sang that?
Very good question. Sounds like I don't know who that is. I should know.
I should know too.
Oh, you don't even.
I do. I know. I can see the band. It was in the 90s.
I don't know.
I don't know.
However you want it.
How do you need me?
Yeah.
How do you want me?
I don't know. You got it?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I've never heard of it.
What does it start with?
S.
Sounds of Blackness? No.
Well, no.
Nah, that ain't them. Who is it?
Soul to soul.
Soul to Soul.
Remember that? Remember they had Keep On Moving.
Yeah. Keep on moving, don't stop. Yeah. Yeah. Good times.
Great oldies.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow. He says it all the time. Great, good times, great oldies.
That was always the tagline
Yeah, but
of
he
one
can
of the,
say it. He's old.
Wow.
Wow.
Not that old.
Oh, I mean,
Wow.
He's older than Marsh.
Are you
I
going to
am
take
old.
that?
I am older than Marsh.
Marsh is 30. How old are you?
44.
You got 14 years.
14 years of experience.
Yeah.
And wisdom.
Yeah.
That's second one.
Experience.
Experience.
Lots of
Okay.
different experiences.
There you
Yeah.
Show us Yvonne Herrera.
What's your favorite position?
Designated hitter.
That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you.
Who's catching, man?
That's Tenacious D. I know that.
Is it? Okay.
Name of Jack Black's
Tenacious.
two-man band.
Yeah.
I saw those guys
Tenacious D.
live
Not bad.
once.
Not bad at all.
good.
Great. Oh, it was so funny.
I believe that.
Fantastic.
All right, Burley here, guys.
Let's go.
Sure.
Show us Alec Burleson.
He's not some magic star.
What? You're insane. He's a huge star at this specific sliver of time.
Show us Jordan Walker.
That one touched the ground. That one touched the ground.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
I'm just fixing something that's been bugging me.
Wait a minute. What have we here?
Okay, who was this yesterday now? Because this spot has been kind of roaming.
Yeah, since Newt was traded.
Correct.
This one has been.
Because we've had some
interesting.
Ferminator. We've had.
Yesterday it was Crooks. And wasn't it Crooks on Friday too?
It was Crooks yesterday. I don't know if it was Friday. I know it was, yeah. I don't know what's going on here, man.
We had some Ferminator action in there.
I don't like the Ferminator. I would say keep it Jimmy Crooks. But you all have been doing this for an entire week while I was gone, so you let me.
Yeah, I think it's probably. I don't.
It was Crooks on Friday too. Here,
Okay.
Do it, Anthony.
Jamie's up.
Show us Jimmy Crooks.
Sorry,
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys very much. Thanks, Anthony in particular.
He was adamant.
Fermin.
I would say so.
When in doubt.
Fermin's playing.
Show us the Ferminator.
Not great.
Okay.
All right. Well, okay, fellas.
Nathan Church.
Batting fifth? Has he been moved
I
up?
went 2 for 4 yesterday.
We have seen him here.
What do you need? You need a center fielder. You need
Everything.
a left fielder.
We
You
need a
need
lot.
a
Need everything.
third baseman. Shortstop is going to be Wynn batting sixth.
Yeah.
Man. What's the new guy's name?
Pereira. I don't
I
think
was
so.
going to say Prieto, Pereira. Who else you got?
Man, he had a heck of a catch
Made a hell of a
yesterday.
Energy too.
He also had one there
Popped
that
up.
he
When it bounced off, he was a little confused.
Yeah, when he spun around
His first time,
3 different times.
First time playing, and
things are wonky out there.
Sometimes it happens.
It bounces off the wall a little bit.
At least it didn't climb the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You've seen that
before. Multiple times.
Blaze Jordan?
What?
Wow, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Who the hell else is going to be?
I think
the new guy?
I think it's Nathan Church.
I would go Church first.
Well, you do it. I don't believe it.
Show us Nathan Church.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones.
This one is show us Mason Wynn.
Oh, wow. Okay. Just go ahead, Carey.
He's been batting 6 the entire year.
And he is today.
Shortstop, yes, right? Now and forever and ever, shortstop.
We aren't in the top 10.
Wait. This is bull.
He's the best in the business.
Best arm in baseball.
Okay, is this Jimmy Crooks now?
Or the Ferminator. Fermin's playing. I mean, come hell or high water for us.
I agree.
You want him here, or you want Jimmy Crooks here?
I want Ferminator.
Okay, go ahead.
Show us.
If you want it that bad, Anthony, you show me.
Show us Jose Fermin.
Hello, local utility.
For as well as he's playing, that's a little too short for me. I need a little bit longer intro.
You like it longer?
I mean, longer is always better.
Yeah. Not always.
Generally speaking.
He's a little lower in the lineup.
Cases. Yeah. But he's playing every damn day.
I wonder if some of those photos got burned.
No. He's
in the lineup, though.
Every day.
That's true.
Those photos are holding strong. Don't worry.
This is Blaze here.
Blaze.
I think it's Blaze here.
Show
us. Blaze Jordan.
What the H is wrong with you guys?
It's Jimmy Crooks then, guys.
Go for it.
Show us Jimmy Crooks.
Who are you?
I'm nobody.
No. I know you. He was at that party with me, the one I was telling you about. Remember? He's Jimmy's brother, the guy, the singer.
Okay, so Crooks.
This could be
Blaze.
Pereira. This could be
Oh,
Pereira.
you think this is Pereira?
It could be.
This is Pereira.
Everson.
We need a left fielder.
Everson?
Everson Pereira.
Everson Walls.
EP.
Yeah, you know me.
That's right. Go ahead, Anthony. You're confident about this one.
I'm not. Well, I mean, do we want to talk about it?
You said it. Who's playing third base?
Fermin.
Fermin?
Okay. Cool.
You good with that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, show us Everson Pereira.
You're wrong.
All right.
Show us.
Oh, Torres.
I was going to say Blaze.
Oh, I think it's Brian Torres.
Well, you do.
Bat.
If you believe it, you go
Show
ahead.
us Brian Torres.
No.
Okay, I don't feel
Show us Blaze Jordan.
That's ridiculous.
Damn. Okay.
How's playing that?
Pareto?
Oh.
Cesar Pareto?
Yeah, because he's 0 for 100.
Show us Cesar Pareto.
This isn't the real Caesar's Palace, is it?
What do you mean?
Did Caesar live here?
No.
I didn't think so.
Guys, I don't think he has a hit this year.
Well, yeah, he's due.
I'm sure he does.
He's like 0 for 23 or something.
He's due.
It's the do factor.
Yep.
Holy.
You got to play the do factor.
You don't. You
Yeah,
really
you do.
don't. No, you don't.
Sure.
It's in the Geneva Convention. Go ahead.
They're trying to figure out what they have in this guy.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
All right, Marsh, go ahead and run it.
All right, leading off,
He's
second
hitting zero.
baseman.
I
He
told
don't have
you.
a hit yet this
Nope.
year?
Nothing. He hasn't had
Nope,
it.
Jamie was right.
He's
at 0.
due.
23 at-bats.
Again, you didn't believe me.
He's
didn't.
due. He has a hit.
It didn't sound right.
In Memphis,
In his
maybe.
career,
Well, in his career.
he's got a hit.
Does he have a hit this year?
Nah, he's only had 23 at bats though.
Only.
It's not enough of a sample size.
Yeah.
sure.
How the hell you gonna get a hit if you don't get at bats?
Well, he better be really friggin' good defensively.
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead, Marsh.
Okay, leading off, second baseman, J.J. Wetherholt batting second. Your DH, Ivan Herrera batting third. First baseman, Alec Burleson. Your cleanup hitter in right field is Jordan Walker. Batting fifth in center field, Nathan Church. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Batting seventh in left field, Jose Fermin. Batting eighth and catching is Jimmy Crooks. And batting ninth at third base, Cesar Prieto.
Back. Stay fair!
Stay fair! Go fair!
I don't believe what I just saw. Home run.
All right, Marsh. What are those latest standings?
All right, so I have 23. Anthony, you have 22. Jamie with 13. Carey with 9. And Bradford Bruns on Friday picked up a point.
They did.
Thanks to Ivan Herrera.
Wow. You're going to catch me.
Hey, Carey.
Yeah.
Do you remember us having a 10-point?
Yeah. If you hit 3 home runs, you get 10 points.
I said Carey would be the guy who.
If you hit 3, it's automatically 10. No matter where they are. If they're a 1-pointer or if they're a 3-pointer, it becomes 10. We did the same thing for hat tricks in hockey.
Yeah.
Yes. We couldn't remember.
Yeah.
And then we actually said that it's harder to hit 3 home runs in a game than it would be to score 3 goals, even though 3 goals is difficult.
Yes.
Yeah, we said it was 10.
Okay.
Are you up now? You up
So
more?
you're 29 now, Ian.
Yeah.
29. You go from 19 to 29. So now you get to go first.
There you go.
Thank you. And I thank you.
Not a problem, brother.
All right.
You were the deciding vote.
Yeah, it was 10.
I will take Ivan Herrera.
Oh, you think he's heating up, do you?
I do. Home runs come in bunches.
I got nothing.
This might be one of my worst picks all year, but
he's going for it. He's going for it.
Prieto?
Give me Caesar.
Wow.
Caesar salad.
It's not a bad call.
Give me Cesar Prieto.
We're playing at Busch Stadium,
Terrible
Anthony.
decision.
It suppresses offense, and when you don't hit the ball, that's difficult.
Maybe he'll hit an inside the park home run.
You never know.
Home run.
It's possible.
Yeah, as long as it's not an error.
All right. This guy's heating up a little bit. Give me Jordan Walker.
Give me Nathan Church.
Wow.
That's not a bad pick.
I had Nathan Church on Friday, and he drove one to the warning track. I thought, here it is.
Would have been out at Yankee Stadium.
It would have been out at Yankee Stadium. Bleeping Busch Stadium. With all your home run suppressing power. All right. We'll tell you why the favorites typically don't win in the NFL. It's next on 101 ESPN. When you hear Mosby Building Arts, you might be thinking about a beautiful kitchen transformation or maybe a major addition or a whole home remodel. And yes, my friends at Mosby, they do all of those things. But here's something that I really love about Mosby. Not every project has to be big. Sometimes it's about solving one of those little frustrations that you deal with every single day. Maybe your entryway is always covered with shoes, backpacks, and jackets. Maybe you don't have enough storage space, or you've got an awkward corner that's completely wasted. Maybe there's a wall that you've always kind of wanted to see what it would look like if it was taken down, but you don't know if it's a load-bearing wall or how that works. Maybe the laundry room is cramped. The garage is impossible to organize, or you've always wanted a small home office, but you don't know where to go. Those are the kinds of projects that can make a surprisingly big difference within your home. And Mosby can help you look for that space. And if you already have it, figure out what isn't working and create a thoughtful solution that fits your whole home and the way that your family lives. So think about it. What's the one area of your home that frustrates you every day? It may not require a massive remodel. It might just need a smart idea. That's why I highly recommend you give my friends at Mosby Building Arts a visit at their website. Call Mosby.com. You can set up a free brainstorming session and let them lead the way. They are the experts in the industry. And when you work with Mosby, you won't want to work with anybody else. They are the best. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company. Bill Barnwell of ESPN decided to do an exercise in which he studied the 15 biggest preseason Super Bowl favorites from 1990 to 2025. Then he added the 2026 Rams to the experiment. And what he found was only 2 of those 15 teams actually won the Super Bowl. That was it.
Huh.
That is an absolutely astonishingly low hit rate. The betting market wasn't necessarily wrong. It's just that the 15 teams collected had an expected total of about 2.35 Super Bowl championships based on their implied probabilities. They won 2. So the lesson isn't don't believe the favorites. It's even when the favorite is generally great, winning the Super Bowl is incredibly difficult. So when you look at the Rams and the way they're built, it would appear as though that they're an unstoppable wrecking force. But when you consider injuries, considering that football, the playoffs are just one game at a time, the odds are actually against the Rams. Well, maybe the odds are in their favor, but history certainly is not.
Yeah, but now I'm looking at this, and in fairness, a lot of those teams that were favored lost in the Super Bowl. So, come on.
One of them was the 2007 Patriots.
Yeah. That went 18 and
one loss.
Yeah.
Which
was the Super Bowl.
Was the Super Bowl. And that, like, there's a number of Patriots seasons that are in there where they lost. But, yeah, if you're making the Super Bowl, like at that point, for me, it's a coin toss. Like, that's on you now.
Right.
It's not that you were such a powerhouse. And
it goes to show you it's the one game effect. You could have one game where you have a horrible matchup and it goes against you. You know, the 2001 Rams unfortunately fall on this list too. 14-2 and lost in the Super Bowl. The 2017 Patriots were 13-3. They lost in the Super Bowl. I believe that was the Nick Foles game.
It was.
Even if you go back to the 1995 49ers, 11-5, they lost in the divisional round. 1990 49ers, 14-2, lost in the NFC Championship. So, Jamie, to your point, these teams typically go far.
There are a couple of anomalies, like 2008 Patriots missed the playoffs. Then there was another team, too, that also missed the playoffs. And
it was the Rams.
The 2002 Rams went 7-9.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Following the 0-1 loss to the Patriots.
Most of the teams that are on this list are losing in the playoffs, and it's a one-possession loss. Like, you're losing by 3 to 7 points. The biggest loss was 10 points. I mean, that to me is like, you're not that far off. If you're a team that was expected to win it all, you make it to the playoffs and you lose by, one possession, you lose by a touchdown. Yeah. I don't think you're that. Anything could have taken. Yeah, man, you could have had a fumble, an inexcusable fumble, a turnover, something that took place, maybe a block punt, something that happened in that game that kind of shifted the way or the direction of that game. But the Rams this year are an intriguing team to watch. I was watching Myles Garrett, man, is if you don't understand football and you just want to watch a one-man wrecking crew, like if you want to see football at its highest level, watch him on defense and watch offenses try to scheme up how to block him. It's almost impossible. I was watching a play, and I guess Sean McVay was saying Myles Garrett is causing so much havoc to our offense. It becomes frustrating to the point where sometimes you have to tell that guy, hey, go sit down.
Yeah, give the backup guy a chance.
Let's get us because we can't get a playoff offensively if you're wrecking, and you're just doing your job. I appreciate it, brother. But
keep doing it. Just not against us.
He's with a new team, so he's trying to impress.
But give us a chance. We got to have a chance to work on our stuff as well.
Right.
We ain't going to face Myles Garrett every week. So watching him play is just one of the most beautiful things, because you see how offenses try to add a back to help block them. They slide a guard and a tackle to him. Maybe they have a tight end there. You might have 4 guys eyeballing this one player, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be, and then if you're able to, I don't know what this version of Aaron Donald looks like 2 years removed from actually playing a football game. I love the footwork drills, but when you start leaning against people,
I don't even care about that. You see the size of this guy right now?
He's always been in shape.
He's gonna have the power.
He's always been in shape. But leaning on other human beings and the stress it puts on your muscles is going to be something that he hasn't done in 2 years.
Here's my thoughts, and I don't know if you agree, but just having him out there opposite Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
So
I would
now
put him on the same side.
somebody has to make a business decision.
Yeah.
To either double team one or triple team or have 3 or 4 guys watching Myles Garrett. And then a lesser than Aaron Donald is actually still dangerous because he might be one-on-one with somebody who can't handle him.
Well, you ain't going to put him one-on-one. Even 2 years removed, I wouldn't.
But they got to take care of Myles Garrett, too.
Agreed.
So now they got a whole offensive line, and then that might spring somebody else on the defensive line to get through there.
I think, and that's why I said I would put him on the same side because there's not enough bodies to block.
You like him on the same side?
Hell yeah.
I like him opposite.
I would put him on the same side because now it really gives you a one-on-one with those other 2 defensive linemen.
On the other side?
Yes. And if you bring a backer, like you're really giving yourself an advantage, which you have in those 2 guys on the same side, attacking 2 guys going against 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to have to allocate to those 2 people. That gives everybody on the other side. If you can't win in one-on-one pass rush, then you need to find a new job. That's essentially what it will be for those other 2 guys on the other side. And I think that to me is probably the best solution for the Rams, and I mean just stress and headache and heartache for an offensive coordinator trying to figure out how we're going to stop everything that they're going to throw at us. It's just too much stress. You got Brian Young and you got Kobe Turner on the other side. Those 2 guys can get to the quarterback.
Can I ask a dumb football question maybe?
No such thing.
Because as I'm listening to you, I'm kind of envisioning what this could look like. Would it benefit the defense then to be blitz heavy too? Because there ain't nobody being able to pick up the blitz at that point.
If you can bring more than they can block, hell yeah.
Okay.
Because if you have Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett, let's say they're on the left side, the offense's right side. So you got their right guard, right tackle. You're probably going to have a tight end, which means that's one less person in the route combination, and also a running back, which is, again, one less person. Now you got 3 people in the route combination, and you got those 2 guys on one side. You got the other 2 guys on another side. And if you bring a backer, that's 5 guys that you're blitzing to cover. Now you got 6 guys in the defensive backfield to cover 3 receivers, because the other 2 are going to be getting out late. Hell yeah, that's a problem.
I'm just curious, like, hearing you talk, how do you beat this team?
Prepare for this?
Or at least offensively.
You have to. Your best, in my opinion, you don't want to get in 3rd and long situations.
Oh, yeah,
Second
absolutely
and long.
not.
Like you have to win on first down. You're going to have to run the ball effectively. If those 2 guys are playing at Myles Garrett, I'm not worried about. I would be more concerned about Aaron Donald again because he's been out for 2 years. If he were to return. If he is, and he's the Aaron Donald of, old and, one of the best defensive players to ever play the game, good luck. That's the best advice I can give you.
What would you do as a play caller? What would be your best strategy to at least attempt to eliminate their best attributes?
I would run screens, because if I can't block them, then don't. Run some screen game to try to create some advantages in that way, because if they're going to get to the quarterback, those 2 players are extremely intelligent as well. They know when they're not being blocked, so they stop rushing. But I would run. It would be screen game. It would be trying to win on first down. Put myself in a situation where if it is 3rd and short, I can get the ball out to somebody and they can catch it and run for the first down. But if I got to go 8 to 12 yards on 3rd down, which is a longer drop, which is a longer time for the receivers to get downfield, which is more time for those pass rushers to get to the quarterback, I got a problem. So I have to win on first down. I have to be able to win in the screen game. Draws,
that's a lot of stress.
It is a lot of stress.
And that sounds like you're going.
And I still have to, I can't just say I'm not going to block them.
Right.
Because I got to block them. Mm-hmm. But that's a lot of stress on that offensive line.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, going back to the Barnwell article, Splashback Deuce, he asked a good question. He says, so wait, 35 years, but they selected 15 teams somehow? I didn't explain that well enough. He did canvas from 1990 to 2025, but there's only 15 preseason heavy favorites.
Gotcha.
So, yes, it's 35 years, but not every year did you have a clear-cut obvious heavy favorite. Some years most years you probably had two teams that had similar odds. So that's why Barnwell wound up with 15 teams. It was just the 15 teams that were heavily favored in the preseason, but he wanted to go back as far as 1990.
I think what's so fascinating about this entire conversation is that we spent most of it talking about the defense and particularly two players, and we spent zero talking about what they have on offense.
Which
just goes to show how
speaks for itself.
Good of a team, at least on paper, that they are.
Yeah,
and we
they'll
haven't
probably
even
translate to the field.
I think the best part about it is we haven't even discussed the offense. It's not like the offense is slugs running around trying to figure. They just had the MVP of the league at quarterback last season.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua is unguardable. Devontae Adams, they have everything you need offensively as well. So it's not like they're just a team that is going to be defense heavy. If Aaron Donald comes back with Myles Garrett, they got guys on the offensive side that can go get it as well. This, to me, I don't normally believe in teams that are heavily favored to win it all because it is a hard season, it is a long season, it is a difficult task to attain. But to me, they have all of the pieces in place. They got two really good running backs. They run a lot of tight ends out there, so personnel wise, they are hard to defend. Good luck, man. Good luck beating the Los Angeles Rams this year.
If you had to choose one team in the NFL, NFC or AFC, to take this team down in the playoffs, whatever round that would be, who do you think would present the biggest challenge for this particular Rams team?
I think it's going to be any team that is physical on defense.
I got a team.
Okay. AFC?
NFC.
Same division?
Nope.
Eagles. Yeah. They have had their issues with the Eagles. I mean, they really should have won the game last year. It was the one that got the field goal blocked at the end.
Yeah.
But that was a game that they were winning. It wasn't like it came down to that. It was a game that the Rams had, and the Eagles came back.
Yeah.
The playoff game a couple of years ago, the Rams gave them hell, but eventually fell.
Right.
So that's not a bad choice. Carolina gave them problems twice last year, and
I think they were asleep at the wheel for Carolina. I think they didn't take. It's just.
But
for whatever reason.
But in the playoffs, too, they did. Carolina gave them hell.
They did.
They've got bigger wide receivers. The Rams have slighter corners. Now, maybe things change a little bit now because they made their changes. They got, McDuffie from Kansas City. So maybe it'll be a little bit different. But it's gonna be fascinating to watch them play a full 17 games and then see who actually gives them trouble. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Is Busch Stadium a concern for offense moving forward? One former Cardinal, talked about it over the weekend. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Selling your home is a really big deal. And for a while now, I've been telling you about Gloria Lou. If you need to sell your home, here's what I recommend you do. Call St. Louis's real estate expert, Gloria Lou, with your home sold guaranteed realty. A couple of reasons why you should call Gloria Lou. One, she sells homes faster and for more than the average agent. Gloria also has a database of thousands of buyers in waiting, many of which are looking for a home just like yours. So you list your home, and Gloria Lou already has a percentage of her buyers in waiting that are right in that price range. That helps you sell your home quicker and hopefully for the most money available. Gloria has helped thousands of families over her 23 years in real estate. She understands the St. Louis market and can help you out tremendously. She's also adding to her team. Things are going so well for Gloria Lou. She needs help. She needs agents. She needs people who are motivated to sell homes and she's looking for great listing agents right now. So please, if you're looking to sell your home or if you're looking to join the Gloria Lou team, give her a call at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
Yankee Stadium for me, like that might be like if you could design like the perfect ballpark for me as my swing profile to hit, that's it. That's like the best one. If you want to design the worst one for me personally, it's probably Busch Stadium. Busch Stadium is like not a good offensive ballpark for a left-handed hitter.
Well, that was Matt Carpenter. Just utter blasphemy.
That's how you really feel, Matt.
Actually, he'd probably have a pretty good idea.
He's probably got,
Mm-hmm. So that was Matt Carpenter talking on the To the Majors podcast on what park is the best and worst for his swing, or actually why Busch Stadium isn't great for lefties. Do we have the other cut, too?
Is it good for righties?
Some righties. Do you have the other clip, too?
Of course.
Let's play the other. So this is we'll let Matt Carpenter kind of finish his thoughts here, then we'll dive into this.
If I go have 4 great at-bats at Busch Stadium, and 2 of them, and I end up 0 for 4 with 3 great swings that maybe ended up at the warning track.
Yeah.
A lot of time, the difference that it does mentally, like when that same day is 2 for 4 with 2 homers at Yankee Stadium, what that does for you mentally and carries over for the next month is so huge.
Yeah.
Even though the swings were the exact same and the way you took the at-bat was the exact same, that result matters.
100%.
And so, like, especially at the end of my time in St. Louis, where, like, your bat speed gets down a little bit, your exit velo goes down a little bit, those balls that used to go to the 3rd or 4th row are now at the track, like, and those used to be 2 for 4 days with a homer and a double are now 0 for 4 days, like, they start to pile up on you.
I think Alec Burleson would probably agree with a lot of what Matt Carpenter said. Again, that was
what makes you say that?
To the Majors podcast. It's a podcast hosted by Cody Allen and Kevin Pillar, a couple of MLB veterans, and that was Matt Carpenter. So, yeah, Alec Burleson goes on the road and has the 3 home runs at Yankee Stadium, and that was, a couple of days after he was, the cameras kind of caught him saying, this blank in place here at Busch Stadium when he hit one to the wall. The question is whether or not this is going to become a thing. It's going to become a thing for certain players offensively, and maybe it impacts the way that the Cardinals can acquire free agents. Other than that, I don't know what you do about it, unless you have a serious discussion about moving the walls in.
I mean, but what does that do to your pitching? Like, because there's a give and a take.
Sure.
If you're gonna say, all right, we're gonna move the fences in so we can hit more home runs, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I think that means other teams would be hitting more home runs as well. Mm-hmm. So now your pitching is impacted. I'm just saying.
You can't assume that, Carey.
Why wouldn't I assume that? One of the advantages for pitchers is it's hard to hit home runs here. That's why pitchers are like, yeah, sign me up.
So I said to Marshy in the office, I go, we need to get some audio. I already know what the audio would sound like if you asked the same question to the pitcher.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like the way Busch Stadium plays.
It plays well for me.
My thing is, like, the Rockies had no problems hitting home runs this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Well, they didn't.
No.
What do you think? The Cardinals got to
but it's
get
the
away
altitude.
room a little bit?
There was...
Their bats are still at Colorado.
I remember this being a big topic of conversation several years back, and I can't remember what American League team came in, but there was an American League team that came in to Busch Stadium, and they just put up home run after home run after home run, and it just squashed the whole idea that Busch Stadium just doesn't play fair for hitters. I can't speak to why it feels differently as a left-handed hitter, but I did, like Marsh just said. I mean, Jake McCarthy had no issues hitting one 420 feet into the bleachers. So, to me, this is kind of a nothing burger. The players are going to talk about it. They're going to be frustrated about it.
It's exactly what we've always said about it. Hitters are going to complain, and pitchers are going to love it.
Yep.
It's the bottom line. It's just like when the NHL, they started to finally have rules for the goalie equipment. The player was like, "Oh yeah, they're wearing all these illegal pads," and the goalie's like, "Well, this is fine. We got to protect ourselves." Like, and you have 2 positions: one that's thinking offense, and then one that's thinking defense. They are as insane as it is. They're going to have completely different takes on the exact same subject.
Yeah. Right.
Well, and let's think about it. Over the last couple of years, the Cardinals have not had dominant pitching, and outside of the first 4 batters in this lineup, Who has pop? Like, things will change when this lineup gets better.
Yeah, they're right. That was a big concern coming into the season. Where's your power coming from? Where's the pop coming from?
That was before Jordan Walker decided to enter the chat
to show up.
But it's still an issue. Like Marsh just said, who are your home run hitters? It's Jordan Walker and who?
Alec Burleson.
Alec Burleson's got plenty of pop, but okay. JJ Wetherholt has some. Ivan Herrera, you think, potentially has more, but we haven't seen it from a power standpoint. You had Newt, but Newt wasn't there. His power was way down this
still
season.
On the IR.
So,
wow.
What?
His power's
on the IR. Come on. Something. So what you're saying, Jamie, if I'm reading you correctly, something of Lars Newbar has to be on the on the IL.
I don't even know what I said.
Okay.
I don't know.
He's not on the team anymore. We don't have to worry about him.
All right.
He's a Diamondback.
He's a Diamondback.
An Arizona Diamondback.
Yeah,
An Arizona Diamondback. That's
we
what we
don't
said.
really know.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, we definitely know he's an Arizona Diamondback, but we don't know if he's a Diamondback or not.
I don't think he is.
I don't know, Carey.
But
how much time have you spent with Luke?
He is
a Diamondback. But I don't know if he's a Diamondback. None.
Yeah.
Actually.
I saw him one night, talked to him briefly.
Did he give Diamondback vibes that night?
No, he did not.
There you go. That's it. Then that's probably who he is.
Yeah.
But it was
Probably not a
a
Diamondback.
2.5 minute interaction.
But he left a good impression.
He left.
If he was a
unimpressed.
Diamondback, you would have known within 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Is
for
that
sure.
you've been around?
I've met some Diamondbacks.
There you go.
in my
You know
day,
immediately.
and they let you know immediately that they're Diamondbacks.
The energy is there as soon as they walk up.
Yeah, or the handshake is limp and it's like disinterested, and they're just like,
right.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
One of them coaches the Oilers now. Knew that one real quick.
Is the NFL Hall of Fame the hardest to get into? That's next on 101 ESPN. This is Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Is the NFL Hall of Fame the hardest to get into? Well, Nick Wright on What's Right talked about next year's NFL Hall of Fame class and kind of led us through this discussion. So here's Nick Wright.
My guess is next year's Hall of Fame class will be Gronk, Peterson, Big Ben, Suggs, Willie Anderson, which leaves Marshall Yanda, Sherman, Antonio Brown, along with Jari Evans, Frank Gore, Torrey Holt, Reggie Wayne, still waiting. It's Torrey Holt, man. How many more years till Torrey Holt falls off? I mean, he retired in 09. Willie Anderson's 08. Richard Sherman, I do believe, deserves to be in and will get in. I don't think he'll be first ballot. In 2028, obviously, Brady walks in. Great Hall of Fames are supposed to be hard. This one is damn near too hard.
So I know you, Carey, thought of the question of whether or not the NFL is the hardest of the American sports, professional sports, to get into.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the – obviously I was listening to Nick Wright and some of those names that were mentioned and then all of the names that are still waiting. Right? He talked about Torrey Holt. He talked about Reggie Wayne. Hines Ward is still waiting. Eli Manning was on the list a few years ago, and then you just said Ben probably his first year gets in. Like, there are so many names and such a backlog of really great and deserving players that it just brought to my mind, like, A, is it the hardest one? B, if so, what can be done or should be done? Should there be like every 10 years you put in 10 people instead of 5 or 7. Maybe you double up the class as opposed to having this 5 to 7 players every single year. Because at some point, he mentioned that some of those players' names do fall off. And why it came to my mind was Roger Craig and the weight that he had to finally get into the Hall of Fame. Obviously, all that he had done with the San Francisco 49ers, their championship run in the 80s, and he was a vital part, the first player to have 1,000 yards rushing and receiving, led the league in receptions one season with 92 as a running back. Like, this man had to wait a long time while he watched all of his teammates get inducted. Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Steve Young, like all of the guys that he played alongside with, and he was an integral part into what they were able to do in helping them win those championships, but he had to wait his turn. And I'm not saying that it's unfair, but I think it's, something should be done because we know this here well in St. Louis. We've been waiting for a long time for Torrey Holt to get into the Hall of Fame, and he hasn't. And he's a guy that is watching has watched pretty much all of his teammates enter into the Hall. And same thing with Reggie Wayne.
Right.
Has watched a lot of his teammates, Edgerrin, Peyton, Marvin Harrison, like those guys that he played alongside with and an integral part into them winning a championship. He's had to wait as well. So the NFL seems like one of the hardest Hall of Fames to get into based on just the number of players and how many people get in each year.
Yeah. So what's the solution, though? Because when you look at the Hall of Fame over the years, decades, whatever it is, there's waves of times when more players should be going in, and yet there's times when certain players are questionable, but they get put in because the amount of players that are eligible or that should be in, they're not there yet. They're still playing currently. So in every sport, there becomes a gap somewhere in the Hall of Fame where, yeah, he got in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Kind of
the right time.
The timing was right. The numbers were close. Needed to have a guy.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he didn't have a great career. That's not my point at all. But then there's also times in history where you have too many. Like right now, like you're talking about how many guys that are still waiting that should be in there. But the problem is now the next wave of those guys that retired 4 or 5 years ago, they're up now.
Yeah.
And so the dance floor gets crowded again.
Each year it gets that way because Gronk is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going in. Yeah. Adrian Peterson is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, every year you're going to have guys that are in their first year. Larry Fitzgerald this year, Drew Brees this year. Like, you get those guys that are in their first year of eligibility, and you know that they're going in, which, again, puts some of those guys that if you didn't make it your first time around, now you keep getting moved back in the line because those first-year guys that are clear-cut Hall of Famers jump in front of you. And I don't know how you resolve that issue, but I find it very interesting that it is an issue and it comes up every single year.
Yeah. I think, too, just the nature of the sport. I mean, an NFL roster has 53 players. There are 32 teams. You compare that with even baseball, where the roster is 26 players, but the sport's history has produced vastly more, players who accumulated enormous statistical totals over 10 years, 15 years, even 20 years.
Right.
The football careers, as you know, Carey, are just much shorter.
Yeah.
So a Hall of Fame running back might have 7 to 10 elite seasons and be finished.
Correct.
Or he might have 5 elite seasons, then 2 injury-plagued seasons, and maybe that's not enough for him to qualify for the Hall of Fame. Baseball Hall of Famer can accumulate, 20 seasons, even. I know that's still on the longer side, but the point is, baseball career can last a lot longer. So I think that's part of the issue.
Yeah, I think so. It's so intriguing just hearing all of those names. And again, year after year, we have to figure out, who's going to miss out this season, because you got your names that are clear-cut first ballot Hall of Famers, and each year we got to wait to see
what would a
when it
solution
happens.
be to this?
I said earlier, I think the best, I think you would have to, like every 10 years, maybe you'd put in double the class. Or every 5 years, you put in, double the amount that you would in a normal year. Because those guys are deserving. It's not like it's not a question of whether or not they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. It's a question or not of do they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame more than player X right now.
Problem is you're having a large portion of first ballot Hall of Famers hit right now.
Yes.
Like whether it's a no doubter.
That's the problem.
So then
I don't know. That's not a problem, but that's
Torrey Holt, Reggie Wayne, those guys we'll get to that. They'll get in. Just we
don't know when.
We don't know when.
Yeah. And it makes it tough.
You're right. Well, maybe with every class that they do, even if they have a good number of like first ballot, like a no-brainer, you say, okay, here's a pile or a group of 5 or 6 guys that we know are Hall of Famers. Yeah. Let's add one of them as well to this group. Like, who cares if you go one more than you should?
Correct.
Like, now you start plucking away at that group, like every year.
At the pool,
I don't know.
We have your chance to win a pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship happening next week, August 18th through the 23rd at Belle Reeve Country Club. The passes include access to the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra. You can see the top PGA players in the world compete while enjoying the Trophy Club presented by Michelob Ultra. Find your shot to score a pair of single-day passes for the BMW Championship at Belle Reeve Country Club right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 ESPN mobile app. We do have Cardinals broadcaster Mark Sweeney coming up at 3:45, but Marsh has got what's trending for you next here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Hey, if you're heading to the Cardinals game tonight or, this week, let me make your night a whole lot easier. Start off at DraftKings at Casino Queen. This has become the absolute best go-to spot before every game. They got $2 hot dogs, $2 monthly beer specials, available 2 hours before all Cardinals home games, available in the sportsbook and for dine-in only, but you're going to love it. Here's the best part, and one of the reasons to start there if you're going to go to the Cardinals game, because DraftKings at Casino Queen offers a free shuttle to every Cardinal home game. 100% free. So no parking hassle, no long walks in the heat, or maybe it's starting to rain or something. No stressing about traffic. You just hop on, ride right to the stadium, and you're all set. Then after the game, shuttle takes you right back to DraftKings at Casino Queen. And don't forget to check out the amazing social hour specials that they have at Bridgeway with $5 apps and drinks that they have for great prices, great pours, perfect way to get the night going. And trust me, you're going to want to dine at DraftKings at Casino Queen. The food is absolutely fantastic, whether you want something quick from the Eastside Barbecue or game day food from DraftKings or fine dining from Bridgeway. They've got you completely covered. And then on Wednesdays, don't forget on Wednesdays, enjoy social hour specials Wednesdays through Saturday with $5 drinks and specials for appetizers. Grab some great food, take that free shuttle straight to the game, enjoy the game, and then head right back to DraftKings at Casino Queen, where you're going to love it. Plus, after every game, set up to play, stay, dine, and win. Must be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cardinals back in action tonight, taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Hunter Dobbins on the mound for the Cards tonight. 3.5 games. Those Cardinals sit behind the Philadelphia Phillies. So a massive series starting tonight at Busch Stadium. First pitch is at 6:45. We'll talk with Cardinals TV analyst Mark Sweeney at 3:45. But coming up next, we have What's Trending. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Topics in the sports world.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, the Buffalo Bills have debuted their new $2.2 billion stadium, Highmark Stadium. And there's a lot of fans that are upset due to the obstructed views. Have you had a chance to look at some of the pictures? I don't believe every single seat has this problem, but there's a few fans that are upset because they can't see half of the field.
Yeah. This problem was alleviated many, many years ago when architects were able to design stadiums. Even now when they use the computers, AI can help you design something. He probably can, too.
He probably did a better job than this.
Yeah, this was unbelievable. There's people that, they're pretty good tickets, too, and they can't see the field, like portions of the field. That should not happen.
It's bad.
In the NFL. All you have to do is make a damn bowl. Make a bowl, just like that. Nice round, little oval, and just make sure everybody can see. Mm-hmm. They got fancy. They did all this stuff. I get it. They wanted to be impressive, and I'm sure some of the features are super impressive, but they somehow forgot about sight lines for all the fans. One is ridiculous. The guy sitting in his chair and the section next to him jots out. Right. Can't even see half the field.
That was Takeo Spikes, former Buffalo Bill. In the if the picture I think you're talking about, Takeo Spikes was in the I guess the suite for the legends or NFL players or former players.
You can't see half the field.
And yeah, it's obstructed. I mean, if you bend down, you might be able to see just under it. Is this the picture you're talking about?
No, there's a different one out there, too.
Okay. Well, this is the one.
I mean, there's a bunch.
Yeah. There's a bunch, yeah.
The problem, if there's more than one, guys,
this isn't just one seat. It's not like you're sitting behind, one of the foul poles for baseball. It's like, oh man, that's just some bad luck.
Or at Wrigley Field,
right? At Wrigley Field, exactly.
That stadium though was built over 100 years ago.
Right. This one, the Bills one, was supposed to be state of the art. So this is, again, you can find several pictures in which there is like the glass from
you should not be able to not see any part of the field from your seat, Anthony.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, come on,
Jamie.
So I have a question for you guys.
That was aggressive. Passive aggressive. What the hell?
We've talked about stadiums in the past, which are your favorite stadiums, least favorite stadiums, and whatnot. We see a lot of new stadiums losing that character that I think, and this goes for all sports. Do you guys miss the character of older stadiums and how they were built, whether it's football or baseball? Maybe not so much hockey or basketball because an arena is an arena, but the character. I guess you could use hockey because you played in different.
I could give you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so do you guys miss that, or do you like the newly constructed stadiums that are like state of the art facilities?
I like the new stuff.
I like the new stuff too. I spent a lot of time at the Dome, and
Okay, but
we
the
can
Dome
throw
is
that
a
one
terrible example.
Nah, man.
It's a terrible example.
Technically, it's got character.
I'm thinking of like Lambeau Field.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, like, when I think of the NHL, like I've said this before, when I came into the NHL, we had the Montreal Forum, we had Maple Leaf Gardens, you had the Boston Garden, which was like a postage stamp. Like every rink had different dimensions and different setup, and the locker rooms would be different. Now, state-of-the-art facilities are much nicer for the players overall, and should fans. Be for the fans.
Yeah.
Should be. But those old buildings had character. I remember as a player on the ice, when I'm on the ice, it was fun. that on a road trip you could play in 3 or 4 different buildings, period, dot. Now, if you blindfold a player and they don't have the logo at center ice and you rip the blindfold off, it might take them a few minutes to figure out where they are because they all look so similar.
Yeah.
That's all. But as a fan, which I am now, no longer an athlete, I like the new ones. Although not that one. Give me something a little less new, but I can see the field.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Especially if you paid, good money for your seats and there's an obstruction, you're not able to see the entire play as it's happening. Something is preventing you from seeing the tail end of a play or your favorite team going into the end zone for a touchdown, wherever that is.
Biggest play of the game.
Now you're just watching the dang on game up on the screen the entire time.
I mean, you
might as well be at home watching it.
You stand, which is fine, but you can't stand the entire game.
Nah. Yeah, you can. You stand behind me.
There's one team in particular where the fans stand the entire time.
Sometimes
that's a sectional, right?
That's fair.
That's a section.
That's fair. I guess I understand because you guys grew up with the multi-purpose stadiums, and those things, for the most part, were pretty ugly. I mean, I love the old Busch Stadium, so I missed that feel. I miss going to the old Busch Stadium because I thought it was awesome.
Busch 2 was pretty cool.
The new Busch Stadium is awesome as well.
It's a beautiful park.
But there are some stadiums where I'm like, okay, would I rather go watch a game at Fenway or wherever, or would I rather go to Truist Park? I think I'd rather go to Fenway because of the character and the history behind said stadium.
Okay, what about Wrigley?
You want to go to Wrigley?
I actually really enjoy Wrigley. I know it's a
my Wrigley. But we go once every so often.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a treat to go to a historic place like that. Come on. Wrigleyville's kind of cool, as much as I hate the Cubs. It's all kind of cool. Not all of us are White Sox fans.
I love going to watch the Cardinals and Cubs play baseball at Wrigley Field. It's a different environment. It's old. It feels more...
Smells like urine.
It does.
That's mostly...
because of the urine.
Because of the urine.
Yeah. But it's fun.
It's just fun. Good old American fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Real quick here, this is interesting. The NFL, this is from Kevin Seifert, ESPN.com. The NFL, according to a league official today, will allow head coaches to designate a member of their sideline staff to initiate replay challenges. Traditionally, head coaches have been the only member of a team that can declare a challenge by throwing the red flag, but that will change in 2026 if a coach prefers to assign the task to someone else, a decision he would have to inform officials of before the start of the game.
That's what I was wondering, is if they both had a red flag or if he's got to give the red flag to the new replay guy.
I would assume he has to give up his flag. I don't think he gets two flags.
Coach, Carey, you coached.
Would I trust somebody to do that?
No chance.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No chance.
But then, hear me out though. The flip side is that person may be in contact only with the video room, your video room. Yeah. Whereas you're still worrying about the next defense or offense.
I understand. But I'm not. I think it's too critical of a moment to have someone that is not the head coach making that decision. Hell,
I don't disagree.
Might as well be the head coach then.
I don't disagree. Now, I will say this. The NHL, with their video team, they do trust the video guy tremendously. Now, Jim Montgomery has the final say as to call the replay, the challenge or not. But a lot of times, the video guy would be like, I am 100% sure, or I'm not sure. Yeah. It's your call, coach. Yeah. Like one of those things.
They should who is the Blues video guy? Because he was unbelievable last year.
Well, they got a whole new video department. Some of the guys have moved on. Elliot Mondu, I believe, has moved up in the organization, and those guys were awesome. But they worked in tandem. So one of them would strictly watch the offsides, and every time the puck would cross the blue line, he'd mark it. And if there's a question, he could pull it up in real time, watch the replay, and know and say, "Hey," to the coach, and here, the assistant coach, "Hey, if blah blah blah, if they score, it's offside."
Yeah.
So then right away you're like, okay, that's why in the NHL, if you hear that play is being challenged for offside, it's offside.
It's offside.
It's offside.
They know for sure.
99.9% of the time, that video guy is right. So it's a hefty job, but that's why I wondered about the NFL. So many moving parts.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't trust. I don't know how many coaches are going to do that. it'd be intriguing to see how many coaches actually allow a different coach to be the one to drop that challenge flag.
As soon as Marsh said it, I started thinking about how coaches are pretty much control freaks.
Yes.
And they're not going to want that decision, and as an important decision.
Then do you worry about the coach who delegates it all the time?
Yeah.
No, he called it. He threw the flag.
Right. Yeah.
Had my guy.
Didn't you put him in charge of that? Nah, he pretty much bullied me into it. I don't think so, Coach.
It's a fan. It was a contest.
Right. Akron would do something like that. All right. It's fascinating on 101 ESPN. We're going to talk to Mark Sweeney next. We'll dive into some Cardinals topics with him after he had the coverage over the weekend. That's next on 101 ESPN. So we're going to have Mark Sweeney join us here in a minute or two. He's, I think he just got done chatting with Ollie Marmol ahead of this series against the Philadelphia Phillies, and it winds up being kind of an important series based on the fact that you're 3.5 games back currently in a wild card, and who's sitting in the last wild card spot? Well, it would be the Philadelphia Phillies. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, great opportunity. Try to what do they get back? Well, they're back at 500 right now. Get over 500 again, and put yourself in position to potentially make the playoffs.
I don't have high expectations for this team.
What?
But I do.
What's his problem?
I don't know, man.
But I do want to see this team make the playoffs. Like I just want them to.
You don't think those
be,
are high expectations?
To be in contention, you
don't expect them.
Make it interesting. I don't have expectations that they make it, but I would love it if they just hung around this 3.5 game mark.
This guy.
Keep things fun and interesting. You guys feel me on that?
Mm-mm.
We believe in the Cardinals, Anthony. Not sure why you don't.
Let's go to the Collier and Thompson phone line. We're joined by Mark Sweeney, Cardinals TV analyst and all-around good guy, unlike the two that you typically work with. Mark, how are you?
I'm doing great, guys. Thank you very much. I mean, that's a statement that I don't know if everyone believes in, but that's really nice of you to say.
No, Mark, I appreciate your professionalism. I like the fact that you're generally a good guy, unlike Jamie and Carey, who continue to say bad and negative things. But you know what, Mark? We're just going to move past that.
Yeah, you got to move past it.
J.J. Wetherholt, we talked about him at the start of the show today, and I asked these two, I actually, played professional sports. I said, is it amazing that this guy, even though he's a rookie, he mentally and maturity-wise, it's like he's a 10-year vet. What has been your impressions on and off the field of J.J. Wetherholt?
Yeah, he's beyond his years, and I think there's so many great things you can talk about, and obviously, when you're a rookie, you go through those times. You go through a 162-game season for the first time, and navigating that is really, really hard. I think he's done a tremendous job. We always talk about the way he is so calm. That is easy to talk about because you see it every single night. In big situations, he embraces those. But to me, he's minimized those tough stretches. There hasn't been too many long ones. He's actually gone through it these past 3 weeks. And when he has done that, he has the ability to have multi-hit games, draw on a couple walks like he did yesterday with the 2 hits, and come up clutch in the biggest moments. So there's a lot to love. There's a lot to like. And like everyone talks about, there's a high ceiling to JJ. We're not seeing the best yet.
Sweens, I want to talk about something that's been brought up a little bit here over the last probably 7 to 10 days. We'll call it the Busch Stadium factor. A lot of things going on. We were listening to Matt Carpenter earlier today on a podcast. He was asked about it too, and my take on it was: you ask any batter, they probably don't like it, but if you ask the pitcher, they probably love Busch Stadium. Well, can we get an impartial opinion from yourself on your feelings? Like, is it something the Cardinals should look at maybe addressing in the future, or do you like the way it plays?
I don't believe in you cater to anything, but you have to, if you're going to cater to anything, you want to cater to pitching. And I always say that as a hitter, I wasn't that power hitter that you had to worry about. What a big field means is, and we saw it in this last series against the Rockies, they played a deep outfield. Because of Coors Field and because of what they do at the home stadium, they go on the road, they still play deep. So to me, that's opportunities, dumping balls in, line drives in the gaps. I think you have to adapt to the place you're at. But man, do I hate when people make excuses for a ballpark. I mean, this is your home ballpark. You should cater to it and understand that there's a lot of give and take here that gets you to be able to win consistently. It's not the ballpark. It's really who is in it and who's playing, in my opinion.
Mark, we were talking about the just trying to figure out Matthew Liberatore. Like he shows signs of being a really good pitcher, and then he goes out and he has his struggles. 5 innings pitched Saturday, 9 hits allowed, 5 earned runs. But the start before that, he went 6 innings and only gave up 1 hit. How do you decipher what exactly to do with him? Because you see the potential, you just don't see it consistently enough.
Yeah, and I think you look at it as there's potential there, but also like who's better? Who's going to put you in that better spot to have a veteran presence? Everyone knows, and Matthew will say the same thing too. We always strive for consistency as players. He's not going out there and trying to fail. There's times that he doesn't have all of his stuff, and the good ones that are maturing in the game end up winning those games or giving the team an opportunity to win. That's what Matthew Liberatore is right now. That being said, when he has his slider, his curveball, and then he can command his fastball off of those two pitches, I think that's the best version of himself. Matthew Liberatore is likable, and I say that, guys, because that's what you give opportunities to. The thought process of trying to be better is always there. Executing it is another factor. And the inconsistent part of the game is the frustrating part for every individual player. We all know that. When you play sports and you play it for a long time, you're going to fail. And when you fail, you have to learn from those experiences. I think Matthew Liberatore is going to. I think the best example is look at Andre Palante last year in his last second half, and look at him this year. He's a completely different pitcher. He's made adjustments, and I think the slider has kind of changed that. But it's the dynamics. His mechanics have been consistent this year, and the results have shown.
Mark Sweeney, Cardinals TV, joins us right now on the Fast Line on 101 at ESPN. Mark, from the beginning of the season until now, which Cardinals position player or pitcher has really impressed you the most with his development?
That's a good question, because I think a lot of people are in that same boat. I would side towards Jordan Walker, but I also look at Burley, and he's a different hitter. Last year, he tried to hit to line the line. This year, he's looking to try to pull the ball a little bit more, and the fruits of that labor is becoming a 3-home-run game in New York, and then all of a sudden he had a big home run yesterday. There's situations that you look at and how they're developing into a better version and an expectation. I think Burley probably sets a little bit in front of what Jordan Walker has done this year, which has been 2 tremendous years, and that's the reason why they are where they are.
Mark, how do you think the Cardinals are going to utilize their rotation moving forward? I just had a thought last week about would they consider going to a 6-man rotation simply because the innings are getting up there and the pitch count certainly for McGreevy. Leahy might be in uncharted territory. You've got some guys there, and you also have some younger arms, Dobbins and Quinn Matthews, that you'd like to see some starts for as well. Do you think that might be something?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to it. I mean, there's different ways to do it. You actually look at the minor leagues to see how they do it in situations where you worry about their innings. You see a lot down there where it's 4 innings rather than 5 or 6. There could be a piggyback situation, which I think if you look at it, it's Kyle Leahy and how many innings he's thrown, how many they talk about up downs, meaning sitting down and going back out. And also taking those starts. How important is that to be able to have the mentality as a starter rather than set your innings for 3 innings and you're pitching the middle of the game? So there's going to have to be creativity for these guys. We've heard about it, but we don't know exactly what they're doing. But when it comes down to it, Hunter Dobbins tonight has another big test. He was in New York and he passed that test, and now Philadelphia Phillies have their own tough situation with all the bats that they have. So I look at Dobbins, I look at Quinn Matthews. Those are the 2 guys that you look at and see what they're going to do and what they're going to look like at the big league level.
Mark, last question for me. I get very frustrated at times watching the catcher position. I think all 3 of these guys have talent, but we see kind of some of the flaws in each one of them. Ivan Herrera had 4 or 5 stolen bases on him on Saturday. We've seen the pass balls by Crooks and by Paez. What do you need to do to fix this situation? Maybe my frustration comes from 19 years of watching great catcher play from Yadier Molina, but for me, it doesn't feel like it's good enough right now. How do they rectify this situation?
It's a great question. I mean, when you're following a Yadier Molina, it's funny. I act like it's this way. When I was in San Diego and I'm getting a spot start and Tony Gwynn's the right fielder, I didn't feel good about going out to right field. But I kid, because there is situations where that catching position has to be rock solid. I mean, we've heard all about the catchers in the minor leagues and what's coming, and there's a lot of guys. Truth be told, Yadier Molina is not only helping these guys, but also he's set a tone for what you're expecting behind the plate. To your point, it has to be better across the board. Also, these guys need to understand it's a small window of opportunity when you're getting playing time. They're getting evaluated every single day. When you come in, if you're coming in the ninth for Pedro Pajes and what he does to stabilize the catching position at a crucial time, all of that's being represented and looked at. So it has to be better. I think you're spot on with all of the evaluations. That's what we see. And also, how important is it to make this pitching staff better? Are you doing that in regards to when you get your start and what's going on? And that's imperative to have it. I don't know the answers, but if the answers are not here at the big league level, guys are coming and they understand there's opportunity in front of them.
Mark, we appreciate your time. Thanks as always, and let's go get them against the Philadelphia Phillies. It's an important series.
Guys, the only thing I ask for you guys is build your relationship and make sure you're nicer to one another. And let's get a win tonight too.
You know, Mark,
we've just been hurt so many times. Mark,
yeah,
it's all Anthony's fault.
The bridge may have been burned. So, see you, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
No, it's our pleasure. Thank you, Mark Sweeney. Great stuff from him.
Yes.
As always. Really insightful answer, too, on the pitching question that you asked him, Jamie, about the innings.
Yeah.
So that's something that maybe we can dive back
into. Hear from somebody who knows baseball.
Yeah,
rather than just throwing things out there. But it sounds like they might be considering some alternatives.
Yes, sir. Alternative music, mostly.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Gauntlet coming up next, and we have a... What? No?
He didn't like it.
I like alternative music.
We have a returner.
Dylan.
Isn't that the guy that broke his leg?
That's a different Dylan.
Dylan.
We think.
Okay.
We didn't ask him.
All right.
That's true.
We didn't
I don't think it was.
No, I don't think it's. Yeah, I don't think it's. No. Anyways,
funny enough, there are people out in the world that have the same name.
Really?
No.
There's a guy named Andrew Marsh plays college football.
Yeah. For was it Michigan?
I don't know if he's still there. You know how this.
I think he is. He transferred.
Yeah,
oh, really?
One thing about college sports: don't buy somebody's jersey.
No.
Don't
root for the laundry.
No, buy them. The kids need the money.
Okay. Do they now?
Whether you buy his jersey or the team jersey, that money's going to the same place.
Yeah. Okay, I think he still is with
in Michigan.
I thought he was. Yeah.
He's
Anyways,
still there.
All right. So Dylan takes on either Carey, Jamie, or me next in the Gauntlet on 101 ESPN.
Anthony stopped by Mentality today, went in there, talked to the great people, and I love going in there because, one, it's always the great people there. They do a great job of explaining exactly what's going on. Do you need anything? How are you feeling? They always want to check up and make sure that your program is working and you're feeling your best. And so that's the one thing that I love. I know it's one of the reasons why you've gone there for as long as you have, because those people get you involved and explain it to you the way that it needs to be explained. And it's not just about the testosterone. It could be the peptides. It could be vitamin D. It could be whatever your body is lacking. They do a great job of running the blood and seeing what's going on and also checking in with you to see how you're feeling.
Yeah, the program, you're right, the program can move around based on how you're feeling. There have been times where, they've checked my blood again. They're like, hey, we're gonna slow this down a little bit. Or there's been times where I'm like, you know what? Still feeling a little lethargic, or felt more lethargic over the last couple of weeks, and they adjust the program for me. So it's a moving target, but boy, Mentality does such a great job in making sure that when I leave there, I do feel like my health is the number one priority. And whether, like you're talking about, whether it's low testosterone or other vitamins you might be lacking, I feel like I'm on top of my health more now with Mentality than I ever have been, because they're constantly running the test. They'll tell me, they'll read the results to me and make sure that there is something going on. I can tell my physician about it. But how I feel, I feel fantastic, and that's the main thing.
As do I. They have 2 great locations, one in South County where Anthony goes, one in Chesterfield where I go. Get in there today, talk to them, tell them Carey and Anthony sent you. And if you can't get in there, go online today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com, and that's mentality.
Warriors, 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 403. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome back Dylan. What's up, Dylan?
Not much, guys. How you doing?
We're doing great. So you got past Marsh on Friday. Would you like to take on Carey, Jamie, or me next?
Let's see if Carey is rusty. I'll take Carey.
It's not a bad call.
Not actually.
He's been off.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Carey Davis.
Good luck, Dylan.
Thanks. Good luck.
All right, Carey's going to make his way into the cone of silence. Dylan, you're going to tell Andrew Marsh to spin that wheel.
Marsh, go ahead and spin that wheel.
All right, what category are you hoping for today?
I'm open for whatever.
All right, so.
Well.
You had random. It's been random consistently.
Not today.
Okay.
But not today. What movie?
That was Miracle.
What sport is that?
Hockey.
That's what we got today, baby.
Nice. All right. What do you think about hockey, Dylan?
I'm glad it's against Carey.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Yeah, shots fired.
Little crap sandwich
Shots
there
fired.
for Carey. He doesn't even know about. All right.
He'll find out later.
Yes, sir. All right. So, Dylan, wait a second. Marsh, I think you grabbed. Well, you grabbed the thing that said hockey, but
I've got hockey.
Not.
I have a different hockey question, maybe.
Let me see yours.
I do
Anthony?
not. I definitely don't have hockey.
No,
Okay.
that's not hockey.
No.
All right. Here, why don't we do this, Anthony? Why don't I take a picture of the questions, and
Well,
I'll
which
give
ones
you
do you
my
have?
piece of paper.
Which ones do you have, Marshy? Can I make sure that we have the same ones?
Yes.
Technical difficulties here,
Okay.
Dylan.
I'm going to take a picture,
figure it out.
Anthony. That way I can read
Pictures
question
worth 1,000
3.
words.
All right. All right. So we're good?
I think we're good.
All
We're
right.
good to go.
So, Dylan, you're going to get 4 hockey-related questions. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question 1. In the 2018-19 season, Jordan Binnington played a total of 32 games. How many of those games did he post a shutout?
Woof.
Wow.
Options.
3, 4, or 5?
Let's go 4.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Question 2. Bernie Federko has the most games played as a St. Louis Blue in franchise history at 927. Current defenseman Colton Parayko has 800 games under his belt and is just 3 games away from tying who for that second place spot?
Options.
Is it Brian Sutter, Barrett Jackman, or Alexander Steen?
Jackman was there for a while. Let's go with him.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Question number 3. Jordan Kyrou was recently traded to the Washington Capitals after 8 years with St. Louis. He scored 168 goals in 488 total games. But what season did Kyrou score the most goals?
Let's take a giant stab at it. Say 22-23. Final answer.
All right, Dylan, last question. Name the Blues captain that retired in 2021, played 10 seasons in St. Louis, and was picked 62nd overall in the 2003 NHL draft.
He retired in 21.
Yes, sir. 2021.
Is that... let's go with Backus. Final answer.
All right. Let's bring back Carey from the Cone of Silence. Dylan, how you feeling?
0 for 4.
Oh, okay.
It's a positive attitude.
So not great. Not great would be the answer on that. All right, so Carey's back from the Cone of Silence. Carey, how was it?
It was cool, man. Just talking to Mike Ryder, chilling.
Yeah?
Enjoying life. Yeah, man.
All right, good man.
For now.
Yeah.
Carey, your category is hockey.
Okay. Pack a lunch.
Pack a big one.
All right.
Question 1. In the 2018-19 season, Jordan Binnington played a total of 32 games. How many of those games did he post a shutout?
Options.
3, 4, or 5?
3. Final answer.
Question 2. Our very own Bernie Federko has the most games played as a St. Louis Blue in franchise history with 927. Current defenseman Colton Parayko has 800 games under his belt and is just 3 games away from tying who for the second place spot?
Oh, man. I was just talking about that. Options.
Brian Sutter, Barrett Jackman, or Alexander Steen?
Let's go Brian Sutter. Final answer.
Question number 3. Jordan Kyrou was recently traded to the Washington Capitals after 8 years with St. Louis. He scored 168 goals in 488 total games. But what season did Kyrou score the most goals?
Oh. Is that 22-23? 21-22? I'm not going to take any options. Because it was here in the last. It wasn't 25-26. It wasn't 24-25. 23-24 or 22-23. Decisions. Let's go 23-24 season. Final answer.
Final question, Carey. Name the Blues captain that retired in 2021, played 10 seasons in St. Louis, and was picked 62nd overall in the 2003 NHL draft.
Was that Pietrangelo? You said 2021?
Name the Blues captain that retired in 2021, played 10 seasons in St. Louis, and was picked 62nd overall in the 2003 NHL draft.
Yeah, Pietrangelo. Final answer.
All right. Let's go right down the list here.
Oh, man. I don't like it when you do that.
I
actually hate it.
In the 2018-19 season, Jordan Binnington played a total of 32 games. How many of those games did he post a shutout? Dylan with the option said 4. Carey with the option said 3. Correct answer is
5 shutouts.
5 is the correct answer. 0-0. Bernie Federko has the most games played as a St. Louis Blue in franchise history with 927. Current defenseman Colton Parayko has 800 games under his belt and is just 3 games away from tying who for the second place spot. With the options, Carey said Brian Sutter. With the options, Dylan said Barrett Jackman. Correct answer is
Jax, Barrett Jackman.
1-0 Dylan.
Good job, Dylan.
Jordan Kyrou was recently traded to the Washington Capitals after 8 years with St. Louis. He scored 168 goals in 488 total games. But what season did Kyrou score the most goals? Without the options, Dylan said the 22-23 season. Without the options, Carey said the 23-24 season. Correct answer is...
Well, Carey did say this one, too. 22-23.
I thought you were going there. Carey.
See where this is going?
Dylan 3, Carey nothing.
That's cool.
Name the Blues captain that retired in 2021.
Yeah.
Played 10 seasons in St. Louis and was picked 62nd overall in the 2003 NHL draft. Dylan, without the options, said David Backes. Carey, without the options, said Alex Pietrangelo. Correct answer is
David Backes.
Of course it is.
Dylan.
You have chosen wisely.
So, Dylan, you knocked off Carey today 5-0. Nice job, man.
Thanks. It's pure luck.
Good job,
No. That, you got some skill there, man.
Good decision.
It says right here, skill 5. Nothing.
Heck yeah.
So, Dylan, you'll be back tomorrow to take on Jamie or me in round 3. Nice job.
Awesome. Thanks. See you guys.
All right, take care.
Good job, Dylan.
Carey's going to the penalty box.
That's awesome.
So Petro has not retired.
No.
Oh, hell.
And he was a 5th overall pick.
And he's played for Vegas in 21.
Hey,
but, that stuff happens, Carey.
Listen, man.
Carey, it happens, man.
Happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm. It's life.
Yeah, it's life.
Ever heard of New Mexico?
Be back there.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to figure things out.
No, you're
figure
fine.
out this life thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, good luck.
All right.
I told you I didn't like when he goes straight down. It's a bad omen.
I didn't think he had to do that.
Dylan thought he went 0 for 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dylan knew he didn't go 0 for 4.
Dylan might not be a good guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
he's not. He beat Marsh.
He beat Marsh.
Now, technically, Marsh beat him, but we had a...
We did.
What happened? What'd I miss?
Marsh
cheated?
No. There was like multiple answers on one of the questions.
It depends on what part of the anatomy you actually were like
It was
targeting.
random.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The strongest muscle in the human body.
Yeah, what is
what's the strongest muscle in the human body?
I don't know. Brain.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
hamstring. Heart.
That's what I said.
Marsh said heart.
It was wrong, but...
What is it?
Jaw.
Well, then that was apparently wrong.
That ain't right.
Too. There's
But
like one
Dylan
part
said-
of the jaw.
It wasn't wrong, but...
Dylan said
the
glutes.
wasn't wrong either.
I said
apparently
hamstrings.
glutes.
Glutes, hamstrings. All in the same vicinity.
Oh,
You know how much you can squat versus how much you can bench press, man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's much different. Mm-hmm. It's because it's strong back there.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you did back there.
Back there.
Yeah. Either way,
Back that up.
we welcome Dylan back. We just
you beat him twice?
replayed Dylan.
No, I beat... Technically, I guess I didn't, but we brought him back, played random again, and then I forgot about the alphabet.
A little bit.
Kind of.
Said that there's one letter in the English alphabet that is not in any U.S. state. What letter is that?
It had to be Z would be the first thing that comes to mind. And
that makes me feel better.
That's what came to mind for me, too.
Z.
Yeah.
But am I missing?
Well, have you ever heard of Arizona?
Oh, I have heard of Arizona. Okay, so yeah. That's right.
I said
So,
X.
Q.
It is Q.
It is
Q is
Q.
correct.
Yeah.
Marsh
Marsh
said
said
X.
Yeah.
Well, there. I don't know what is it.
Texas?
Texas.
Or
New Mexico.
That's right. He just said
Which is
Mexico.
what someone in the text line said. Ever hear of New
Somebody,
Mexico?
there's like 100 people that texted in that day. You ever heard of New Mexico?
And Jamie and I admitted, like, I couldn't think of a Z when
I was stuck on Z, and then he said
Marsh
Arizona.
said Arizona. I'm like, oh, yeah, Arizona. Yeah. It's a good question. All right. So, Carey.
I'll see y'all in a second.
Carey. To the penalty box. All right.
If only I would have said Toy Story 5, Anthony. That was now that I think about it.
You would have got it. Oh,
we wouldn't have had this problem.
Hey,
Carey wouldn't be sitting in that chair right now.
Stuff happens. Are the Cardinals obligated to give this Cardinal another shot? I'll tell you, this Cardinal is next on 101 ESPN. Jamie Rivers.
That's Jamie.
Jamie Rivers. Carey Davis, who went to the
University of Illinois,
yes,
fighting
sir,
Illini.
and the penalty box after losing. Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. Are the Cardinals obligated to give Nolan Gorman another shot during this building year? Let's hear from Chaim Bloom first. Chaim Bloom joined BK and Ferrario earlier today, had a full conversation about a variety of different topics, and one of the topics of conversation was about Gorman, who is now hitting well in Memphis. So this is what Bloom said on Gorman and how he's performed in the minors and when we could see him maybe in the majors.
I wish I could tell you there was a perfect science. I could tell you the things that we look at. Obviously, the results do tell you something, and they have been a lot better lately. It's tough to generate those results at any level unless certain things are in a place where they weren't when he first got there. When we optioned him, he spent some time in the lab, and when he first was inserting himself back into competition, those first few games, frankly, were not very good, and we've gotten to a better place. So obviously, we look at those. Then there's certain measurable things we can look at. In Nolan's case, he's always been a guy who's to some degree is trading some contact for power in a sense, just by the way his swing is. I'm not telling you that's necessarily a conscious choice. It's just who he is. His best self does that, right? The ability to drive the ball and hit it out of the ballpark is also going to lead to somewhat of an uphill path and some swing and miss. Now, there are things you can look at just in terms of how the bat's moving through space where measurably, it was so uphill that he had basically no margin for error on a fastball, and his bat definitely was not going to stay in the zone long enough that if he got fooled and got out front on off speed, that he was going to have a chance to make contact and drive those pitches. So he was really kind of stuck in a place where it's going to be very hard for him to succeed. And those are things we can measure even when they're not showing up in the results, and we can see how those things are tracking over time. And then the third part is more subjective. It's communication with him. It's communication with our staff on the ground who are working with him. How's his training? Where's his head at? Where do we think this is going? And that plays a role too into if you ratchet up the degree of difficulty at this level, how do we think he's going to handle it? How do we think he's going to stay consistent with his routine? So all that plays into it. It's an ongoing assessment, but it's definitely going in the right direction.
All right, so there you go. Again, that was Chaim Bloom earlier today with BK and Ferrario. I think he said a lot there without actually telling you, like, look, yeah, this is the exact plan. But one of the things that he did mention early on there is that the results do matter. And the results thus far, if you go back and look at Nolan Gorman, here are the numbers. He's got a 158 WRC plus since July 26, and that doesn't even include today's home run. So this tweet was from yesterday. He has 7 home runs, including yesterday. So that is those are the numbers he's putting up, or at least some of the numbers. 158. Just to remind everybody, 158 WRC plus wins. Weighted runs created plus. Excuse me. Weighted runs created plus. Average player is 100. It is a stat that factors in the ballparks, and it tells you the complete profile, offensive profile of a player. How good are you at creating runs for your team? 100 is average. Anything below is below average. Anything above, obviously, is above. 158. So he is 58 percentage points higher than average since July 26. But do you guys think the Cardinals need to see more for a longer period of time?
Yeah.
Before they bring him up?
I don't. My first impression is, like, I think we know what he is, but then if I pause for a second, and we've heard Chaim Bloom a couple of different audio clips. We did listen to him talk to BK and Ferrario and Tanner earlier. They're all about finding out for sure. Mm-hmm. They're all about, like, second, third, fourth chances, whatever it takes, so that they're darn well sure as to what their direction is for each player. And it feels like Nolan Gorman, if he continues hitting like this, almost feels like you have to give him another look. And you give him some runway, and you see if it goes back to what you saw, which was really bad for a period of time, or if it stays not at this level. This is a very elite offensive numbers for this guy, but if he's somewhere in the mix and he's hitting the home run every so often, you're like, okay, Can we develop this again? As much as frustrating as that is for some Cardinals fans to hear or even think about, you have to remember that this year, as successful as it has been, that the team is still 500 at this point of the season, that was a surprise. The plan all along was answers on Liberatore, Gorman, Victor Scott, like all of the question marks we had in the lineup. The mission this year is to find out or to not make them question marks anymore.
Right. Yeah, don't have that question still lingering by the end of the year.
So when you bring up Gorman in the offseason, it's a definite yes, part of the plan, or nope, we're done with that.
Agreed.
Like, that's where we have to get.
Yeah.
I think he can put himself in a position to get back to the majors and have an impact on this team. I mean, the 5-hole looks like a spot that is needed for this team, right? Nathan Church is batting 5th today, and Jimmy Crooks has batted 5th. You've had a number of players, in that position throughout the season. So if you have a bat in Nolan Gorman that is back to doing what he does best, which is driving the ball and hitting it really far, I think that does help this team. Do I think it's going to happen right away? No. You said since July 26th, so that's about 2.5 weeks of the success that you've seen. You probably want to see a little bit more of an extended version of that. And then I could see a situation where you do give him that opportunity. I don't know if it's back at third base. I don't know if it's as a DH and you just let Ivan Herrera catch every single game. I don't know. I think there are a lot of things that need to take place in order for, to figure out that for the future. Mm-hmm. But I do think that there is a spot available as the number 5 hitter on the St. Louis Cardinals roster right now that could definitely fit what you thought Nolan Gorman was and what he is.
Okay, so that's the key, right? What you just said, what he is. And
Correct.
What he is this for 2 weeks.
But it's just 2 weeks.
Correct.
So I think they would need more.
I think this is who he is anyways, though. I don't think there's more here.
No. I don't think that. I think that's the best version of him.
Yeah.
But it's not how much more can you do, but how much longer can you sustain?
How much more consistently can you?
How long can you sustain
a version of
that?
And how much?
And I think
long?
That's what they want to see.
At Memphis, by the way.
At Memphis, but I still think that this is who he is at the big leagues too.
The best version of him is that. But for how long?
Right. And how long are you willing to put up with it?
If he's doing it, then you're good. But he wasn't even doing that.
No, he wasn't.
So I think that they've come to, you kind of can come to a decision in your mind and say, all right, I can accept this part of it as long as I get that part of it. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't giving you the 158 WRC plus at all this season. So you can't deal with the other part because you're not getting the good part.
Sure.
So if you're getting both, then I think you can look at it and say, you know what, if he's this player 2 weeks at a time, 2 weeks on and then, 3 weeks off, 3 to 4 weeks off, he's still going to probably hit about 25 to 30 home runs. Mm-hmm. And you will live with that because when he is hot, he's hot as hell and is helping, impacting, and winning games.
What do you think, Marshy?
Well, I think if he came up here, I would assume he would just play. I don't know if he'd be in that Prieto role.
No, I think he has to.
He would have to play.
Right, because you can't catch the momentum.
For sure.
And whether it's a righty or a lefty on the bump, if I'm Ollie or Heim Bloom, I'm like, run him out there.
Right.
Run him out there.
Because he can run into one against either side.
It's bigger than that. It's like we said 3-4 minutes ago. It's knowing exactly what he is for you.
Sure.
Going into next year.
Yeah.
And how long would you want to see that for? Because if he were to come back up and struggle, because pitching in Memphis at the AAA level is completely different than in the majors. So if he were to struggle, what is the leash there? Is it just the rest of the season and then you make a decision there? Or do you go back to the drawing board with Nolan Gorman? It's a very complicated situation, and I think the Cardinals find themselves in with him in particular.
Yeah.
Because you have other bats right now. Like you could play Jose Fermin at third base if you wanted to.
You don't have,
the ball.
But here's the thing, Marshy. When we're searching every day for the number 5, like Newt, Newt was an automatic. What the hell was Newt doing?
He wasn't doing much. He wasn't doing much.
We were okay with running him out every time 5. There you go. Oh, I guess it's Newt, right? What do you have, 3 home runs this year? I think that's what he has this year.
Yeah.
3 home runs.
4 maybe.
I don't. So
not enough.
No. So when I look at Gorman, I go, just trot him out there. Mm-hmm. And whether you have Fermin and all these other guys, is Jose Fermin, like Nolan Gorman was projected to be an elite player, offensive player in the major leagues. Doesn't look like he's going to be that at this point, but find out. You know what Jose Fermin is. You're going to re-sign him. You're going to put him on your bench and call him a utility bat, and we're good. He's never going to steal a spot from somebody, in my opinion. Am I wrong with that, Anthony?
You're not wrong.
So,
I think what you have in Gorman, you don't have in any other player on this roster. Like his ceiling is greater than and I'm not referring to like Jordan Walker or JJ Wetherholt. His ceiling is or even Alec Burleson. But everyone other than that, Avon Herrera, you can put him on that list too. But when you talk about Brian Torres, Prieto, the new guy, Pierre, I don't know his name.
Pereira.
Everson Pereira.
Pereira.
Yeah.
Who else?
Think of Mike Pereira.
Jose Fermin. I could keep going. Nathan Church. Like you don't have their ceiling isn't as high as Nolan Gorman's ceiling.
Yeah.
But we just haven't seen him raise his game to the ceiling of what we believe it to be capable of.
Guys, Jason in the Snake Pit is tired of you guys.
He's disgusted with all of us.
He says, this conversation's so tired, just like Gorman on this roster. And if I'm reading between the lines, he's saying it's not complicated. I hate all you guys. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Hey,
well, he's entitled to his opinion.
No, I'm just saying I'm reading between the lines. But Jason says I'm tired. I'm tired of this conversation, and I'm tired of all of you.
Well, he didn't not say it either.
Yeah. That's what I'm reading.
Well, Jason, we feel the same.
Jason has strong language. But, whatever.
I say we forget about Nolan Gorman just for
forever.
For Jason's sake.
Do we not talk about him ever again?
Not until Jason gives us the green light.
I'll take care of this. We're good.
Anthony, I'm starting to. I feel something.
Wow. You're going to be okay.
You just snapped me out of existence.
I did. But I also did Nolan Gorman, too.
Well, that doesn't make me feel any better.
Yeah.
People are mad at us, guys.
Why? Why are people
Lisa's
mad?
always mad at us, but another 618 is mad at us. My God, Jamie, you know what Gorman is. He's done. Leave it alone. Okay, you're misunderstanding the conversation. The conversation isn't what I feel it is. It's what Chaim Bloom and the front office are going to try and figure out. And in order to figure it out, you got to play the damn guy. I've seen enough of this. Okay, great. Then go manage a team. God.
That's not how that works.
I didn't know that all four of us were in the front office.
No.
When we're talking about players that fans don't like or listeners don't like, and we are essentially also those people.
We become the lightning rod.
Yeah.
So we become...
Well, hold on. That guy got a question. Because I was...
Jason said he loves us, by the way. He says, I love you guys. I don't like Gorman's K rate.
We were going to go to break. And Chaim Bloom mentioned that. He
Screw the break. This is important.
You're right. He sacrifices
some things are bigger.
Contact for power. That's just his nature of his swing. It's part of it. Now, I got a question for people listening and the good folks in here. Do we not think that Nolan Gorman has more potential than all of the other names that I just named off?
Move on.
No,
the guy's a bum.
I don't want to.
You didn't say that either.
I'm asking a question.
Maybe they did.
Do we not think he has more potential?
No.
Okay, man.
His ceiling is much higher.
You know what, Anthony?
Don't you be pointing that. Don't you be pointing at me.
You know what, Anthony? You want to watch these guys. You want to watch the Ferminator. You love the Ferminator. You're rooting for the
I told you to be on this roster day one.
You're rooting for him. I get it. All right. Okay. Cool. I get you. I'll stop talking about Nolan Gorman.
Thank you.
I didn't bring him up, but I'll stop talking about him.
Appreciate it.
Your ass brought him up.
You're also talking about Anthony, who loved Taylor Motter, too, okay?
Well, the Mott sauce?
Likes those guys that wear lots of hats and gloves.
Don't know.
He does.
No,
he actually shedded a tear when Brendan Donovan was traded.
Donovan.
How's he going to pack all these damn gloves in one suitcase? He said it. I was like, Anthony, he's got a lot of money. He can afford the extra bag fee.
He play private.
Yeah,
probably.
He took Anthony's jet.
He might have.
No, I wouldn't allow it.
Carey served a 2 and a 10 in this segment.
He did.
Somebody said, I'm ready to see Gorman now after all this talk.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you get it.
Yeah. Who's Nolan Gorman?
That's a good point. We forgot.
Exactly.
You did the little thing.
Yeah, no, he's done.
The Men in Black thing.
Yep. I did the Thanos thing.
I don't know what that is, but
you don't know
I'm
what
sure
Thanos is?
No, I don't watch that
Jamie
crap.
poo-poos all the
man.
Marvel.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and the
You
new
should be
Spider-Man
ashamed.
didn't help me.
Oh, no, the new Spider... Well, I didn't watch the new one. I watched Spider-Man.
Jamie didn't like the new Spider-Man. Hasn't seen the first 3, but
I saw the one with Tobey Maguire.
that was like 20 plus years ago.
That one was good.
You're not wrong.
Jamie's like, my Spider-Man is Toby.
Yeah.
Always will be.
All this other crap that
I didn't
saw.
realize that there was another Spider-Man. I was actually...
see, Carey doesn't like it either.
There's like different Batmans.
I didn't... Yeah, clearly. The one I saw, I don't even know which one I saw. I was watching it with my daughter. I didn't go to the movies to see the new one, but it's the newest version of the new Spider-Man.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. It was
Who was
the
the
first
bad?
one.
Who was the bad guy?
It was Michael Keaton.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
No, he was
that's
Batman.
He was, which threw me all the way off. I'm like,
Right.
that's Batman. You got
it wrong,
here.
Carey.
What's going on
Yeah,
here?
he came back as a villain.
Change of
What the
heart.
hell is this?
Yeah.
He's flying
Just like
around and
different
crap?
flying animal.
He's like,
now.
I'm tired. Right. He's like, I'm tired of this.
Two-Face himself.
He did. Wait, what? No.
That threw me off.
Maybe in his heart, but not literally
hearts.
Two-Face.
If he had 8, he'd be an octopus.
That one, his face.
He was the vulture.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I want his face off.
By the
We
way,
covered a lot of ground there.
speaking of Spider-Man, another Spider-Man, Ben. I'm blanking on his name.
What?
The National Treasure. Why am I blanking on his name right now?
Brendan Fraser?
No, that's
Nicolas
the Mummy.
Cage?
Nicolas Cage. Yeah, he's also Spider-Man.
Oh.
No, what?
Nick Cage is Spider-Man?
Yes,
When?
Spider
No.
Noir. Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
I'll explain it in the break.
Is that
Okay.
like a tarantula?
No.
Should be. All right. Let's, why don't we do some six-packs, shall we?
Yeah.
You guys want to do some six-packs?
Might as well at this point.
Let's do it. Air Comfort Service text line is 314-399-9646. Send your questions in, and we'll answer them next. Part 1 here on 101 ESPN.
If you've got a kitchen remodel coming up at all or bathroom, please do not call anybody else. Call EMB Granite. They're the best in the business. The only people I deal with for all of my kitchen and bathroom and outdoor spaces, the renovation. Yeah, they're the best. One thing that I love about EMB Granite, there's several things, but one thing I love in particular is that you can find your countertop right there on premise. Walk into the back of the warehouse, and back there they've got granite, quartz, marble, all kinds of different countertops. And the best thing is you get to see the entire slab, so you see the patterns, the colors, the light reflecting off of it. It really is awesome. The in-house design staff are fantastic at what they do. If you have a vision, then they will help you realize that. If you don't know what you're doing, like I had no idea, they helped me out tremendously. They laid it out, they mapped it out. And now, too, you can get online at embgranite.com and use the online kitchen visualizer to kind of put things around out there. It's a wonderful tool that you and the in-house design staff can use to your advantage. EMB Granite, by far the best in the business. Technicians are fantastic as well. Please give them a call, book an appointment, tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in. Their number is 314-645-9300. That's 314-645-9300. And again, you can always visit embgranite.com.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Hunter Dobbins is on the mound tonight for the Cardinals as they take on the Philadelphia Phillies. The Cards did take 2 of 3 against the Rockies over the weekend. They now sit 3.5 games behind the Phillies. Dobbins on the mound for the Cardinals. Andrew Painter on the mound for the Phillies. First pitch tonight from Busch is at 6:45. We have the Sports Six Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. We'll answer those questions next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Time for our Sports Six-Pack. 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter, Andrew Marsh with question 1.
Question number 1.
All right, from Anthony's Pez Dispenser. Name an actor who you could not see in another role because they were so well known for a previous role.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's a good
Great question.
Does it have to be like a lead actor or actress?
Probably not, but it'd probably help too, you know?
Well, I'm just thinking because, like, you think of right away, like, some of the most popular people in certain iconic roles. Like, you think of Sylvester Stallone as Rocky.
But he's also Rambo.
But yeah, see?
So I consider...
So I went to supporting actor, so I looked at, like, Ivan Drago. I can't picture Dolph Lundgren or Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
He did other work, but he's Apollo Creed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's where I went with it.
I'm trying to think of someone else that I like. I don't. I think of the actor that plays Dexter. I can't remember his name. I really
Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, C. Hall.
I think.
Yeah, that's him.
Michael C. Hall.
I'm pretty sure that's him. I can't see him in any other role.
I didn't Stalter that.
No, he did. He didn't.
That's his name. Michael C. Hall.
That was good.
I think.
You're right. Michael, the initial C.
It's Michael C. Hall.
He didn't Stalter that one. I know he did not.
I confirmed it.
Yeah, I couldn't see him in any other role. Because
That's a good one.
He plays Dexter so dang on well.
Yeah. He does play kind of a really arrogant, snide bad guy in a movie with Gerald Butler.
Okay.
That it's like Gerald Butler's being controlled. I'm sure you've seen this, Mark. She's being controlled in a video game, but he's a real person.
Oh, yeah.
He's a criminal.
Yeah. What was that?
I forget the name of it.
Say that again?
It was
with Gerard Butler?
Gerard Butler, yeah. I think I call him Gerald. Gerard Butler.
He goes by Jerry.
Is he? Jerry Butler.
I'm going to be honest. Anytime I see Gerard Butler in a movie, I stay away from it because typically it's a terrible movie.
No.
Outside of maybe 300.
300.
You may like this
London has fallen.
Come on.
Olympus has fallen. Oh, I like those.
I don't like those movies.
Oh, come on.
They're fun, dumb movies.
VFX is awful.
Okay.
What?
Well.
This guy.
I think, Marsh, you might have some higher standards than us.
Yeah,
like sometimes you sit down and you just have fun. But anyways, you may like this movie because it's a video game. Okay,
I don't know if we have the right guy.
Somebody is playing. Somebody is playing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
the character, but they're real. They're real.
Okay, you're not
like
talking
criminals.
You're not talking about Ready Player One.
No,
you're talking
I'm
about
not.
something else.
No.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, this is different. Ready Player One was actually pretty popular. This movie, I think,
awesome movie. By the way,
this is.
I watch it with the kids.
So like really a kid is playing Butler. Butler, he's controlling all of Butler's movements.
Gotcha. And it's not Jumanji.
And it's not. No, it's not Jumanji. No. Hey, man. I'll dig it up. I'll dig up the.
Can we talk about like how the computers listen? Because my computer has Dexter pulled up, and I didn't type Dexter in.
I think you did.
I did not. I did. He did. I haven't typed anything yet.
I just pulled up every movie he's made. I don't see a video.
Is it Law-Abiding Citizen?
No.
That's a good one,
That's
too.
a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. That man was
find
crazy in Law-Abiding Citizen.
So is he a video game?
He is a real person.
Justice League?
No, he's a real person, and he's being controlled by someone else who is playing a video game.
Movie's called Gamer.
Gamer. There you go. Yes,
according to a few people in the text.
Anyways, I only brought that up because Michael C. Hall plays like the bad guy in that movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Ludacris is in that movie.
Luda.
And so is Terry Crews. Anyways.
I've never seen that one.
By the way, going back to the question of like who do you not see?
Yeah.
Who can't you see in another role?
It's Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker.
All right, that's
it for me.
I was gonna go with Robert Downey Jr. I only see him as Iron Man, and now he's gonna be some villain.
I don't know. He was in a bunch of '80s movies that did some stuff.
He's Sherlock Holmes too.
He's Iron
We
Man.
just talked about it. I was very bothered to see Michael Keaton in that role in that Spider-Man. I was like this. I was somewhat devastated.
Yeah, because
you're Batman.
He's Batman. He's a.
What are we doing here?
Multiplicity.
How'd you get into this? Huh?
He's Mr. Mom.
Yeah. How'd you get here? How'd you become the villain?
He's Ken in Toy Story.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the Ken doll.
Is he?
He's hilarious.
I didn't know that was him.
He does a great job. He's hilarious. That third choice, he's awesome.
Like, what? What's going on here?
He's doing all the fashion stuff. He's funny, man.
Christopher Reeve is Batman or Superman too. Way back when, pretty tough to give him another job.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Not now, of course not now. But I mean,
I don't think he meant it that way.
I didn't. If I did, I would tell you.
Yeah, you would. You wouldn't be shy about that.
He would have looked and said it.
Yeah, he just wouldn't have said anything. He just backed away from the mic. Yeah.
We have a few text messages. One saying Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's kind of pigeonholed
that's
there
a good
now.
one. You know, the
Can't
kid
take
from
him seriously in other things.
The guy from Sixth Sense, the kid from Sixth Sense, is in Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah,
and that's tough too.
Him.
Like, I kept picturing
Haley Joel Osment.
Yes,
we got a good one. This one was it Marissa Haggerty, Olivia Benson. Can't see her. She's in Law and Order SVU.
Wait, what? Is that one name?
Marissa Haggerty, Hargety.
Hanratty. Carl Hanratty.
Mariska
Hargitay.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
Hargitay. Yeah. Olivia Benson.
It's hard to say. Hargitay.
She's been Olivia Benson for 40 years.
Slim Jim in the Snake Pit says the guy who played Napoleon Dynamite. That's a good one too.
Yeah,
but he's also in what's that figure skating movie? With Will
he is. Yeah,
he's kind of good at that one too.
Yeah,
just saying.
I think his name's John Heater or Hater or something like that.
Heater Hotter. Hooters.
Yeah, I was wondering if that's the line you were going for. Okay. All right. Question 2, I guess.
Question number 2.
All right, this one comes from the Water Boy. Wondering what Carey's thoughts are on Carson Beck after the Hall of Fame game. Are the Cardinals going to win the Super Bowl?
No. Hell no.
Wow, those are
pretty damn good, Carey.
That's a hefty laugh.
I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I think he did. He did okay. I think they are going to be okay. I think they're going to finish 4th in their division, which would presume that they don't make it or win the Super Bowl.
You think there's 3 teams better than them in that division?
Yeah, definitely.
They better be.
Yeah, I mean, one won the Super Bowl last year. One was one game away from the Super Bowl, and the other, I mean, they're in the Super Bowl. It seems like every 3 years. So. Yeah, I think they're the 4th best team in their division. I don't think that I actually went away from that game. Haynes King looked really good too. Like I like that was a really good preseason game. Like
it was fun.
It was well played. Normally in the preseason, you see a lot of people not knowing what the hell they're doing. I thought Haynes King did a great job in that final drive for the Panthers, leading them down and punching it in for the game-winning touchdown. Like it was a really good game. It was some good throws by Carson Beck, good throws by both parties, by both teams, by both quarterbacks. So. But no, to answer your question, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But I don't think the Cardinals
I don't think you need to be sorry about anything. But
I don't think the Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl. But I think they're going to be an exciting team, and they should win. 7 hard-fought games.
7? Man, that's a lot.
They can win 7 games.
Okay.
You don't think?
Nah.
Why not?
In that division?
Yeah. I mean, they probably go 1-5 in the division. Maybe 2-4.
Who's the win?
They'll win. I mean, division games are the hardest games to play, just because both teams know each other so well.
You're right.
So.
And wrong.
They play at the Giants. They probably win that one. 7 seems like a lot now. They got the Jets and the Saints. Could win. Raiders, that's 4. They'll probably split. They'll split one of the games between the division teams. Say maybe win 2 games in the division. That puts them at 6. You just got to find another win there, Anthony, to get to 7.
Somebody was going through the Falcons schedule the other day. I couldn't find more than 4 wins.
Anthony, stop playing the schedule, Anthony. Come on.
It's a defense mechanism, guys.
So much?
Look at it.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Look at the schedule.
You can't keep hating on my Falcons the way that you
Tell
do.
me you can find 4.
You keep hating on my Falcons the way that you do.
Tell me you can find 5 wins.
They can beat the Panthers.
He acts like that.
They can. Again, divisional games.
All right, so
they can win. They can win 3 games in the division. 2 to 3 games.
He treats the Falcons like they're Western Michigan.
He does. He does. He does. He hates those guys. You don't think they can beat the Vikings?
You're a fan or you're not?
I am.
Well, no, you're not.
You don't think they can beat the Browns?
You have one positive thing to say.
You act like this is one-sided or something like that, like they've never done anything to me.
All they've
Actually,
done,
Anthony, I'm looking at it.
Thank you, Carey. Look at the schedule. Tell me if you can find 5.
Okay, then don't be a fan anymore.
No, I am a fan.
Well, then you take it and like it.
I have.
No, that's what you gotta crap on your own team.
The best part about them,
they're the only one that can.
They can win the division, though, Anthony,
with 5 wins
and make it into the. I mean, if those 5 wins are in the division,
I don't think so. All right, you got another one for us?
Yeah, of course.
Question number 3.
All right, Tasty Burger, STL. Is there a food and or beverage that you wish you liked but just hate?
Ooh, that I wished I liked, but I just hate.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, because if I hate it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vegetables, like.
Oh, okay.
You know, like certain vegetables.
Yeah, I like fruits and vegetables.
I love fruits.
He doesn't like fruits.
I love some vegetables.
You hate oranges?
No, I love oranges.
You hate grapes?
I hate grapes. Oh, got something for you guys, too, since you brought up the grape stuff, right? So, packed the kids' lunches the other day, and for camp, it was last week.
Yeah.
So, we have, strawberries, and my wife, Kristen, buys grapes all the time. Loves them. She's like, everybody loves grapes. I'm like, I don't love grapes. These are the things that we throw away the most, right? She goes, you're a fool. And I go, I know, but I'm kind of spot on about the grape thing. And I asked the kids, I said, hey, you guys like grapes, right? Yeah, we love grapes. All right, cool. I'm putting grapes in your lunch. The only thing that came back, and I mean the only thing that came back uneaten, were those damn grapes. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everybody telling me that they like grapes.
Did you ask them why they didn't eat the grapes?
No, I didn't need to. I know. I don't need to ask them.
Now, did you? And I'm doing some background check here. Did you put a little ice pack in the lunchbox with it?
Great question.
Because
I did,
if you let the grapes get soggy,
they're
not good.
I take one bite. I don't want grapes, and I like grapes.
Yeah. Jamie, it's a fantastic question. It's a fantastic question. They were going to be outside. It was hot.
Yeah.
Okay. This was 2 weeks ago, actually. 2 weeks ago, it was real hot. I made sure that I had they have the bag with the ice pack that goes underneath.
But is it does it really keep it cold?
I mean, it's the biggest ice pack I got.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have those little slots, and it's like an interference thing. It doesn't. It kind of sort of keeps it, but not like. I put it right inside and put the food on it.
Sure. But then you got a water situation, so you got to.
No, those little ice packs don't have water.
The condensation.
It does. Yeah.
You gotta put them in a bag. Listen, Jamie, I've heard all the complaints.
I have done that before. I put it in a Ziploc bag.
Yes,
and then put it in
there. Yeah. No, that was great. Those grapes came right back.
Oh, well, all right.
So they don't like grapes either. Nobody in your home likes grapes.
Apparently not. Which is what I keep saying. But
the kids lied to you?
Yeah.
Our kids
I think that
definitely
might hurt
lie.
more than anything.
Nah. Worst thing in life is going to the grocery store with your kids.
Oh, it's terrible.
And they tell you, Dad, I want this.
Yeah.
And then you get home and they don't touch it. And you say, why'd you waste my money?
No, that's when you make them eat it.
Sit right here and eat it.
You don't get dinner. We're all going to order pizza or McDonald's. You have to eat that.
You have to eat that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Biggest question of the day next on 101 ESPN.
time for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
5:05, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Biggest question of the day. Did the winning window get accelerated with the way that Wetherholt and Walker have performed this year? It's one of the topics that BK and Ferrario discussed with Chaim Bloom, who joined the guys earlier today. Here's Chaim Bloom.
Well, it definitely is a good thing as far as looking at, what type of roster we need to really look ourselves in the mirror and say that we can legitimately on day one, that we and everybody feels that we are, true contenders. But, again, that said, we like those players coming in. As you know, we hadn't seen it yet from Jordan on the field, at least not in a while, but we had a lot of belief in him and certainly had a lot of belief in JJ. He's done nothing but create that belief since we were scouting him as an amateur. And with everything he's done, literally every day he's been in this organization. So, we expected really good things from those guys, but it's certainly nice to see it actually come to pass on the field. And yeah, when you look at, you look around the diamond and you say, these guys are going to be able to push us towards where we want to go. That's a good feeling.
All right, so again, that was Chaim Bloom talking about Wetherholt and Walker. But for you guys, if I were to pose the question, did the winning window get accelerated with both of those guys? How would you ask? Or how would you answer that? Excuse me. I just asked it. You don't need to ask it again.
Okay, thank you.
No need to ask and then answer. I just posed it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I would say it did get accelerated a little bit because I think you had no clue what you were going to get from either one of those players going into the season. You kind of had an expectation of Ivan Herrera and Alec Burleson, but then to add JJ and what Jordan has done this year, I think you have really solidified your top 4 hitters in your lineup. Whatever order you decide to put those 2, 3, and 4 in, you've solidified those guys. You know that JJ is going to lead off. You know that Alec Burleson, Jordan Walker, and Ivan Herrera are going to bat somewhere between 2 to 4. And you've really started to set yourself up for what the future looks like.
Yeah,
I think it has accelerated the timeline, but I think it's a really good thing to see have happened so far this year. Does that mean I don't know how you still got a lot of other pieces to add to this ball club to become a championship contender, but I think you've answered 1 through 4 in your lineup, whatever order you decide to put them in. And hell, if you wanted to, if you figure out who 5 is, maybe 1 through 6, because Mason Wynn is batting in that 6 hole. So 5 out of the first 6 batters, you got a pretty good understanding of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think anytime you have individual success that maybe you didn't expect, I think that speeds up the window a little bit. And it's not like the Cardinals are trying to speed it up, but Jordan Walker becoming what he has this season, when you were just looking for answers. Can he be an everyday player? Well, he's proven that that's the case. He's won the home run derby, the All-Star game, a lot of great things. Well, that helped. And now you have right field solidified. And his defensive play has been very good this year. He's got a cannon for an arm. There's so many answers that you got about Jordan Walker. So now you go, okay, now that we know that piece, that accelerates things because now you're not throwing another right fielder out there next year or platooning guys because that slows you down. So having a definitive answer, whether it's a yes or a no, speeds up the process. J.J. Wetherholt, second base, could be a Gold Glover. Could be. Certainly profiles that way right now, and he's going to be your leadoff guy, and he's your solution for the extended future. Problem solved. There, we got an answer. Mason Wynn at shortstop, defensively, maybe one of the best in the game.
Yeah.
Bat doesn't play as great as it should, but doesn't matter. That's solidified. So anytime you have those answers like that, that speeds up the process. Now, do they still have question marks? Yeah, which is why Chaim Bloom is very careful in the way he answers certain things. He's very careful with the way he talks about the development of certain players, the Baez situation down in the guys. He's very careful on how he words things because he doesn't have definitives on all those guys yet.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think from the Cardinals' perspective, or Bloom's perspective specifically, he can't just say, yes, the window, the winning window has been accelerated, because we're only talking about 2 players, neither of which are pitchers, by the way.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, so I don't think you can say, I think if Bloom says that, he's basically putting himself in a bad spot. Because the fans are going to be like, well, you said it. Wetherholt and Walker going up. The winning window is wide open. No, until I have a 1 and a 2. I mean, 2 clear guys that I'm going to take into a playoff series that I know that I can put up against anybody, or maybe not anybody, but I feel good about going to battle with. Yeah. I'm not talking about any winning window or championship window.
I think you could say, though, that this year has given you answers as to what your 3, 4, and 5 are in the rotation.
No,
in whatever order you want to put them in.
Yes,
between McGreevy, Leahy, and Palante, that's your 3, 4, 5.
Agreed.
But you don't have that 1, 2.
Right, and until you do, this is really kind of a moot conversation.
I don't necessarily think the Cardinals should speed up their rebuild. They should do exactly what they set out to do. I think what these 2 players do at this current time is keep this version of the team competitive. They keep the fans engaged instead of going into a full rebuild where you are just going through it as a fan for an entire season. These 2 players, along with some of the other players that are doing really well, they're keeping the team competitive, and we're talking about them potentially pushing for a final wild card spot in August, which was not on our brain earlier this year. Heading into the offseason, that was not even a question for us. But what they have done this year is to keep the team competitive, and that's what Chaim Bloom said that they were trying to do, even in a rebuild, was make sure the team goes out there, plays hard, is entertaining to a degree, is competitive, and I think they've done that up until this point.
I agree. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. That was the biggest question of the day. So something that Jeff Passan reported earlier is something that we already knew, but how much do things change? The biggest thing facing Major League Baseball. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. So, not surprising, Jeff Passan tweeted out that the MLBPA is unlikely to agree to a salary cap. Yeah, I know, it's shocking. The MLBPA, in fact, is absolutely not going to accept a salary cap in the new CBA.
Wait, this is news?
Yeah. Here's my question, though. What else do the owners want?
That's all they want.
What else? But is it? Because they have to have a good idea that the MLBPA
You have
is
to have
not.
a look over here.
Yes. What is? Thank you. What is the look over here then?
I don't know.
We want this salary cap, and then something gets past the players because the owners say, we won't do this.
I really don't know what it is, because apart from a salary cap, I feel like the rest of the advantages are to the owners.
Right.
Like, they've got all the ARB years that we talk about. Like, there's no such thing as an offer sheet on a player that has control left. Like, the NHL has these little things that can help the players.
Yeah.
The only thing that helps the players, that like, on the surface that I can see, is that there's no salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it, I feel like, falls into the owner's lap. So if there is no, like if they can't get a salary cap, they don't have another big move. Like, there's no other big ask.
I just wonder. I wonder what it could be.
But I think that's why they're willing to lock them out for a year.
Yeah.
I think the owners are like, because that's what the NHL owners decided. They decided that the NHL needed a salary cap because their own GMs couldn't police the salaries on their own. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
Is that GMs were just spending money and the owners weren't happy about it. And heaven forbid that
so they needed to correct their own people.
Correct.
Not the
and
players.
Then what happened? The NHL GMs found ways to circumvent the cap early on, so they had to add more rules. So, that kind of thing. But anyways, I'm not mad about it. It's fine. I didn't lose a whole year's salary. No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, right.
But
sure, the Stars at that time were just fine.
Oh, yeah, those guys. Yeah, they had a hard time making ends meet. Yeah.
Right.
Probably not. But anyways, I digress.
Had to let go one of their personal chefs.
Yes, correct. And one of their groundskeepers.
Yeah.
How did they survive?
But right now, the owners, I think the only thing they can do is, well, you know what? We're not going to hurt the 15 to 35, $40 million players. We're not. Mm-hmm. But here's the one thing that, when we talked to even Kyle Gibson, that I don't know if he understood. The bigger part of the league, the biggest part, is probably the average, the median, and lower. Because all of those players that are under team control that are not extended already, all of those guys, the first-year guy, the second-year guy, the guy still making $700,000. Like, yes, it's an amazing living. I get it. It's astronomical money. But if you don't make a dime for a year and you're living your life, you're just not even above, like, your means, if you're just living within your means, that hurts. And that's where you get the pressure, is on the lower-tiered guys. I think that's why the owners are like, you know what? We're willing to sacrifice a year, but hey, you guys in the lower half, we're going to have a salary floor.
Mm-hmm.
So more of you guys are going to have to make more money, because we're going to force some of these deadbeat teams to pay. They got to pay more. So think about that while you're sitting at home making zero.
Right.
And then talk to your representatives.
Yeah.
That's how it works with these negotiations. They find the weakest link and they pressure it.
Sure.
Now, unfortunately, the weakest links in these types of things usually don't have a voice. The only voices you see on TV and anywhere else are all the big boys, which to me is weird. But I think that's what the owners are going for, that salary cap, and we'll sit out as long as we have to until you guys crumble.
Do those reps not, like, I'm trying to think how I can phrase this.
Just ask it, man.
Do they not care? Do they not care about?
They don't get it.
About you.
They don't always get it. They don't live that life. And when they did, they forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge problem with the NHL lockout in 04-05, was all of the voices were guys that were making millions of dollars because there was no salary cap. So some of those guys were making $7, $8, $9, $10 million back in that time.
Yeah.
Why'd they care about Jamie Rivers making $285,000? There'll be another one of those guys next year. Who cares?
Yeah.
Those guys don't carry any weight because they'll be out of the league soon enough. But we're the ones. We make all the money. We're the voice.
Mm-hmm.
You're the face, but you're not the majority. The majority of the league made, a lot less.
Yeah.
I don't see, I can see a lockout happening. I don't see Major League Baseball players caving on the salary cap at all. Like, I think that they are steadfast in their approach. I think they have and will continue to weigh all of because it's not a competitive balanced thing. It's not always, we talked about there are salary caps in other sports, but there are teams that stink every year. Why? Because they're just badly, poorly run organizations.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not, I think the rebuttal for a salary cap for the players is, it don't matter. That's not what's helping teams win. It's the salary floor. If you want to do anything, do that. Because for some of these teams that are just collecting paychecks that do not care about their fan base nor their teams to put more money into their organization, and the floor will raise the competitive balance if that's what you're looking for. What the Dodgers are doing is how can you be mad at a team and an ownership group that says, I'll do whatever it takes to win within the rules that are set for us.
Sure.
They're not cheating. They're not doing anything illegal. You're mad at them because they want to win more than your organization? Why are you mad at them? That's the dumbest ideology that I could think of is you're pissed off. Well, they care too much. Well, why do they care so much to go get the best players? Who are you really mad at? You're really mad at your team for not doing the same, when in actuality, most of them can. They just don't. They choose not to. Is it because they're cheap? Maybe. Is it because they don't care about the fan base? Maybe. Is it because they care about more about money than actually championships? Possibly. But that's who you should be mad at. And so if I'm a player, that's a non-starter. The conversation for a salary cap is a non-starter because that's not the real problem. The real problem is the teams that don't give enough of a damn to pay money to their players and try to win games.
I'm not mad at the Dodgers or my team. I'm mad at Major League Baseball.
Because there's no salary floor?
Because there's not both. There's not a cap and a floor.
There's no demand for a team to spend
But you can spend, your team can spend as much as your team can spend what the Dodgers spend if they want to.
Then give me the Dodgers TV contract, which nobody else in Major League Baseball has.
That's a nice little loophole for them.
Yeah. It is a get out of jail free card, Carey. The Dodgers, I used this analogy last week. The Dodgers are like sitting at a poker table, right? And everybody's given the same amount of chips except for one. And that person has a mountain full of chips, right? Well, everybody else has the same amount. And you're sitting there, and let's say I'm the person with the mountain of chips, right? How I play is way differently because I have the mountain full of chips. I can make mistakes, and it doesn't matter to me. Jamie makes a mistake, he's going to be out quicker.
Who gave him that mountain of money?
Major League Baseball.
With the TV
Which is
contract.
why I'm saying I'm pissed at Major League Baseball. I'm not pissed at the Dodgers anymore. I hope they win. I even said it last week. You guys can back me up. I hope they win every World Series for the next 15 years.
You did say that.
I hope they win every World Series for the next 15 years. And I hope the game of baseball suffers.
You hope they crumble because of it?
Yes, I do. Because they will have deserved it. Major League Baseball will have deserved it.
So
and the players will have deserved it, and the owners will have deserved it, and the teams will have deserved it. Go ahead.
Now, in DeBoer We Trust says, would a salary floor not just raise the price for bad players? No, that's not the case. Think about how many really good players are having to deal with 3 and 4 years of arbitration, and they're not allowed to make more money than a certain amount. So it would pay players, on average, more. To the lower-end players, the new, like the average players, that more the guys that fill out the bottom of your baseball roster and your bullpen and, like, whatever it is, like, the things that help you, not predominantly, but the things that help you win championships, you know, not the star player, not the star actor, the co-stars would get paid more for what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I can't think of one more thing that the owners are asking for that is as important to them as a salary cap. And then if that is the case, then I can't imagine that they won't just automatically lock out, walk away, and don't answer their phones for a really, really long period of time.
Right, which would suck.
It's terrible. I got PTSD from it all.
Since we're talking about the Dodgers real quick, here's Buster Olney on Sports Center talking about teams thinking they actually have a shot because the Dodgers are struggling.
The All-Star game, I talked to a bunch of players on other teams about the Dodgers, and their responses were almost uniform, which was like, the Dodgers are a great team, and yes, they'll be difficult to beat in the postseason, but it's baseball, because the Dodgers have stuff to sort out. First and foremost on the list this morning would be their closer situation with Edwin Diaz, right, who last night blew another save. He is a 10.80 ERA. He's allowed 25 base runners in 10 innings. Then there's the question of Shohei Ohtani. Will he actually be able to come back and pitch at some point, or will that left knee be problematic? How will they sort through their catching situation with the two injured guys? The Dodgers are vulnerable. They will be vulnerable going into the postseason. They will be favorites, but I think people with other teams are going to feel like, hey, we got a shot.
That's adorable. Teams can think that way. Players can think that way.
They do have a shot.
Carey, it goes back to what you're talking about. Hey, every player thinks like we're in this thing. We got this. What Buster Olney just said, I think, is absolutely adorable.
Did the Blue Jays have a shot last year?
Yeah, they're one of the top payrolls in the league.
They had a shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they could have ruined your 15-year run last year.
But
no, they didn't.
But they didn't.
They didn't. That's their fault.
Yeah.
You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow.
Honestly, it's the Dodgers. It's quite
once in a lifetime, yo.
Yeah, that's Eminem. I know that one.
There you go.
Carey, I actually think it's embarrassing that the Dodgers didn't sweep them.
Kind of is.
I think the Dodgers should be embarrassed.
They should be ashamed of themselves?
Yes.
Okay.
Any questions there, Marsh? Good. Moving on. Carey, you were around my neck of the woods yesterday watching some foosball. We'll get into the UFL. They showcased what they can do. Carey's got some thoughts next on 101 ESPN.
You're mad at your dad, not at me. I forgive you.
Hey, this month at Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum, Missouri, they're making car shopping simple. They've got over 1,000 new and used vehicles all in one location. They're right off I-55, just minutes from South County. So they got one lot. They got one website, autocentersnissan.com, where you could pick your vehicle, open the vehicle page, by the way, and look for that green Claim My Buyer's Bonus button. It's green, claim my buyer's bonus button, and you're going to unlock up to an additional $1,000 off the sales price. That's exclusively online. Right now, used inventory has huge price cuts at Auto Centers Nissan with savings in the thousands and over 100 vehicles that they want to get off the lot by the end of the month. So if you are looking for used, they've got vehicles. If you're looking for new, they've got select new Nissans that are available with 0% APR for up to 60 months. Plus, every new Nissan comes with their 30-day return promise. Select new and used vehicles as talking about. They got their 30-day return promise. They got the no money down, no payments for up to 6 months. And I told you about the AutoCentersNissan.com exclusive online savings that they have too. So no reason to go anywhere else. They've got the greatest selection that you can find in the St. Louis or Illinois area. They've got great pricing right now. They give you the peace of mind with the 30-day return promise. So head down to Herculaneum. Tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cardinals take on the Philadelphia Phillies tonight. Hunter Dobbins on the mound. He'll face off against Andrew Painter. First pitch is at 6:45. If you've missed anything from today's show, including our interview with Mark Sweeney, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you will find all of our interviews and all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Carey Davis yesterday went to some UFL tryouts.
Yeah, man. The UFL had their yearly showcase. They do this in 10 different cities. Yesterday was for St. Louis. And about 250 young men out there trying to, chase their dream of making it to be a professional football player with the aspirations and hopes of, maybe one day making it to the NFL. And I thought it was really well put together. Ricky Prohl was there, the head coach of the Battlehawks. Last year, there were 48 guys from their showcases in all the different cities that they had that made it to a UFL training camp. And then 36 of those guys, I believe, 39 of those guys actually played in a UFL game last year. So it's not like one of those things where guys are just coming out, wasting their time and energy and not getting a real shot. No, they're really evaluating these guys, seeing how well they run. It kind of put them through a combine type of deal where they're running the 40 and the L drill and the shuttle drill, broad jump, all of those things, and really giving these guys a chance to have an opportunity to try to make a UFL roster. I thought it was really cool. I met a couple of people. One lady and her husband just came in from St. Charles, Illinois. They said they came in the night before, and she was out there watching him. And I think there's another guy next to me. I think he may have drove up from Texas to participate in it. So, yeah, it was really well put together. And like I said, they had two different sessions. I think the first one was at 9 a.m. or 7 a.m. I can't remember. I got there a little bit late. And the second one started at noon. So it was a really well put together event. And hopefully, some of these guys that were here in attendance in the St. Louis Showcase get an opportunity to make a team, because I'm sure that's what they all aspire to be, is have that opportunity to play in the and play professional football.
Any position stand out to you?
It was so many people. So I think they split them up into position groups. So they had the running backs. The running backs
so like
were
a big giant scrimmage, or was it like a practice?
It's drills. They're doing
game.
No game. No pads. No equipment.
How can you tell anything then?
So, great question.
Okay.
I was talking to Brian Stoll about that, and to Ricky Prohl. We were talking about it, and one of the things is you want to see how guys move. And that's one of my questions, especially with offensive linemen and defensive linemen, right? Their position is physical by nature. I need to know how well you can move a man against his will. Obviously, that's not capable because you don't have pads on, but you can see how well a player moves laterally, how quick they are, the quick twitch fibers that they have, and the explosiveness that they have. And all of those things, obviously, are metrics to figure out who this player is, how well he will fit in the role that maybe we need for a specific team. And I thought it was just an outstanding opportunity for these young men to go out there and really put themselves in front of some coaches, in front of some UFL personnel people, to give themselves a chance to try to make a team.
Did you go out there, Carey?
I thought about it. I was actually in the moment. I started stretching.
Did you?
And after like the second time reaching out, I'm like, I don't think I should do this. I didn't have my cleats either.
Did you really think about it?
I really would. I mean, if I had been,
I would have.
If I had been, stretched out, working out in that way, like I've been training my son for the last, month and a half, doing all of those drills. I didn't really participate in the drills. I was just showing them how to do it. But I mean, you
were watching some of the guys going, I'm better than that.
I actually was watching a few guys. Like, I think I could take that. If I had some cleats, I'd have been, let me show y'all how this is done. I would have been afraid that I would have been limping in here today because,
It's probably quite likely, but
Yeah.
It would have felt good while you were doing it.
I would have had fun.
You would have looked good.
I would have had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a good. I think it's a good thing. We talked last week about the G League doing some kind of scrimmage or a little tournament, and teams are all watching that, trying to find a player. Mm-hmm. Look, not every player that plays pro sports takes the same path.
Right.
We know that, and for some of these kids or people, maybe college wasn't an option. Especially in sport of football. If you don't go to college and you're a heck of a football player, maybe you don't qualify, something happens in your life, who knows? How do you get seen? Mm-hmm. What do you do from there? So maybe this is an opportunity where they get out, they get looked at, they get a real tryout with the team, play well in the UFL. You never know.
And that's the other thing. So last year's participants, one of them was Chandler Rogers at the showcase. He ended up being the starting quarterback for the Louisville Kings, and they won the UFL championship. Another guy that was also at one of those tryouts was Travis Bell. He was on the Louisville Kings as well, won the championship, and he just got signed to the Cleveland Browns. So imagine 1 year ago, a young man in Travis Bell going to a showcase, getting picked up by the Louisville Kings, having a great season, getting an opportunity to win a championship, and then getting another chance to go play in the NFL. He just got signed by the Cleveland Browns, and hopefully that works out for him as well. And I would assume that most of these guys, the aspirations are to play in the NFL, but how do you get there? Like you said, if you don't have the college, if you weren't drafted out of college, if you didn't get that opportunity, this is a chance. And I thought it was a really cool opportunity, a good thing for the UFL to have, and a lot of young men showed up to show their talents yesterday.
That's great.
How many athletes do you think are out there in the world that could have gone to the next level, but just never did due to injury, poor coaching? Just not
as many as you think.
Not as many as you... Okay.
No. I think they're few and far between, quite honestly.
Yeah.
They are. You ask a lot of people, they'll tell you if they're one of those guys. But in reality, the percentages are probably really, really small. Mm-hmm. Just due to the fact that if you're that good, if it's an injury...
Somebody found you.
Injury's an injury.
Yeah.
It is. But if you just fell through the cracks somehow... Think about that. Especially now, this day and age, how do you fall through the cracks? It would be a minute amount of people that would be in that spot.
That makes sense. I mean, you got to be elite. You do. You got to be elite. You got to be an elite.
And I think football might be the hardest sport to, if you don't go to college, it's probably the hardest sport to find your way to the pros. In hockey, you have junior hockey. You can go play in Europe. You can play in the minor league. You can do all sorts of things.
Gas station with your equipment and get
true.
Baseball, there's a lot of leagues in baseball that you can find your way. Bless you, Marshy. Basketball, you got the G League. You've got other development leagues. I think
basketball probably, I wouldn't say the easiest, but there are so many leagues around the world that if you are a basketball player, you can play basketball pretty much anywhere in a professional league, and they can still, if you're playing well enough, obviously work your way back. But I do agree, football is probably one of the hardest because it's only college and then NFL.
And then what? They don't have another league.
Good luck. Yeah.
UFL. But you got to get to the UFL. How do you get spotted? Well, then you got to rely on these showcases because nobody knows necessarily who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bach does bring up a good point. He goes, people will say injury as an excuse as to why they weren't good enough. Tore my knee, tore my arm.
Yeah, I've only seen a few people that can genuinely say that. Like when they say it, you're like, But I know a couple of guys that I'm like, yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah. Like Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson would be one of them, right?
Like Bo Jackson.
How long did you play? I only played 4 or 5 years. I got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got injured.
Mm-hmm. Blew out my hip.
Yeah.
We got a question from the 618. I don't know if you brought this up yet. Did Ricky Prohl get your name right?
He did, man. Ricky was good to see him, man. Good talking to him. He actually, and so my son was with me. My son Xavier, he's a receiver. So I was telling him about Ricky. I'm like, man, he played 15 years and made a huge catch in the NFC Championship game to win the game to take them to the Super Bowl. Giving them all of the bullet points of Ricky Prohl. I'm like, you got any questions? He's like, nah. I said, figure out a question and go ask him.
Yeah, good call. Yes.
I don't care what it is. Figure out a question. Mm-hmm. You know everything about playing the receiver position? Nope. I said, well, go ask him something.
Good.
Don't because what we're not going to do is be around all of these people that have all of this experience and have done all of these great things. You don't think you look at me like, that's dad. He don't get it.
Right.
Whatever, dude. But he also got to meet my good friend Lawrence Maroney, who was a first-round draft pick to the New England Patriots, University of Minnesota, Normandy High School. And so I taught. He met Lawrence earlier in the day. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, you get to meet all these people. You better start. This is what you say you want to do.
Right.
Go ask a question.
Yeah, good call.
So he went over there and
good.
I walked away. He asked him a question and got his answer. So cool.
Yeah,
I think he asked him,
Did he ask him, do you know my dad's name?
I think he asked him, what is the most important thing to getting open as a receiver?
Oh, that's good. That's a good question.
Oh, yeah.
What did Ricky say?
I think he said separation at the top of your route and being friendly coming back to the quarterback. Not rounding off your routes, sticking that foot in the ground and coming back and making your quarterback comfortable that he can throw the ball to you.
Good answer.
And that you'll get open.
And the 314 has a great name. Tony Van Zandt is a great name. Hazelwood Central Hawk. Blew out his knee in an All-Star game. He was
All-Star game. That sucks. We got another one from the 314 that I already answered it, but it says, but Jamie, how about those guys we went to high school with that should have been elite but decided drinking and smoking and doing other things was way more fun? I just said that's exactly why getting to the bigs is so hard. It's more than just on the field determination.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was. That's kind of what I was alluding to. Like those people that had a skill set and were very athletic that could have done more with it, but they decided to do whatever.
That's why the percentages that make it are so small.
Yeah,
because
it's hard.
It's more than just that. And this is, this may not be great advice, but I have given advice to some older kids because they say, well, I want to be able to party. I want to meet girls and all this stuff. And I said, the higher you go,
the easier it is.
The more girls you meet, the better the parties.
You better believe it, man.
You want the greatest parties with cool girls? Get to the bigs.
I don't think that's bad advice at all, Jim. I tell them the same thing.
Well, if you find a kid, so the backstory a little bit, the kid was motivated by girls and parties. And I'm like, well, if that's going to be your motivation,
good news.
I'm going to give you the proper words to use what you're thinking, but in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I have been in some wonderful places in life because of football.
There's so many people that I know and things I've been able to do and still to this day, and it's because I sacrificed everything to get there, and everything was quite a bit better once you get there.
There you go.
Got to go skating with Destiny's Child, Beyonce and Kelly and Michelle, and good times, man. Just because I played ball. The higher you go, the better it gets. Mm-hmm. Believe me, this is true. Yeah.
Kerry was on one of their songs.
He was in the background.
He was.
Mm-hmm. I should have sang. I should have told him, hey, you need a male vocalist. I'm your guy.
Yeah.
This football thing don't work out.
Just tell me what note you want to hit.
Yeah. He's the music, Anthony.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
It's different notes.
Yeah. We'll wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN.
Well, every property out there in St. Louis and area, at some point or another, you have unwanted visitors. Those visitors are pests, spiders, ants, bees, mice, moles, you name it. They're coming to visit you at some point, and you need a way to mitigate that. And the best way to get ahead of everything is to call my friends over at Amco Ranger. It's a family-owned business, 60 years of experience serving the St. Louis area. They're A-plus BBB-rated business. All the employees have their training and the necessary skills to help you out. And the customer service is fantastic. I cannot believe how good Amco Ranger is at coming to your home, describing what's going on. First, they evaluate everything. Then they tell you, hey, this is what your problems are. Here's how we're going to solve that for you. And once they start doing that, now you have a program that's in place, and then they come back every so often and check on traps or check on activity, and then they give you a full breakdown of what they've done each time they visit. My yard and my home, my basement, my garage has never been better, and that is all thanks to AMCO Ranger. I can't thank those guys enough. Honestly, if you're having problems with any of those pests at all, or if you just have questions, give them a call. Tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in. That number, 636-441-2847. That's 636-441-2847, or you can visit them at amcoranger.com.
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast, available at 101ESPN.com or via the 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcast brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. All right, Marsh, hit us with those criticisms and or compliments, please.
Criticisms and compliments. Presented by Bet365. With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything.
All right, let's go to Curb Stomp. Today's show as a whole, CD suspension, has been a welcome back CD banger. What I learned today is that we should talk about Gorman more to make certain listeners happy. Happy anniversary to my wife, Jamie, who has kept me around for 21 years. Hashtag a shout out to the Snake Pit.
Congratulations. 21 years. Wow, congrats.
Yeah, man.
Good stuff. Good work. All right, let's do some 3 stars.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
By the way, in the Snake Pit, Gator says, stellar show today, fellas. Welcome back, CD. Good to see that smile.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it.
Oh, so nice.
Thank you, of course.
Our 3rd star of the day. I was poo-pooing on this guy earlier. I said I didn't like his movies, but apparently he has better movies than what I've seen. Gerard Butler.
Man, yeah, that was a bad take, Marshy.
Bad take.
That guy's pretty dang on good.
Go and watch Gamer.
Law-abiding citizen.
I'm going to watch the
And that
Cardinals game.
Always good.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
2nd star of the day goes out to being nice to your coworkers.
Yeah.
Try it, Anthony, sometime.
Yeah, you guys try it.
You work on
Think about that. You guys think about that.
Hey, Marshy, thanks for being nice.
Thank you, Marshy.
Of course.
We're going to talk to Anthony.
And our 1st star of the day goes out to asking great questions.
Yeah.
Whether it's Ricky Prohl, Mark Sweeney. Anthony, you got on the board today with a great
That was a good question. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just good?
It was good. Carey got the great.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not jealous, though. Nice job, Carey.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I can hardly tell.
I was
the
listening.
fact that you brought it up means you were thinking it.
I was listening the other day, and you all were doing a lineup game, and one of you all, I think it was you, were a little bit frustrated when Marshy got it right. And I thought how you talk crap about me.
That's what I thought of. I thought of you.
You were pissed off that he was correct and you were wrong.
Well.
He's like, good job, Marsh.
I saw it with
You
my
and
own
I
eyes.
You saw it.
You and I are brothers. We've already established
So
this.
now you understand.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
I got a few right, actually.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, why don't we just let Marsh take over?
It happened.
And eventually he was wrong. And
He got excited
he
again.
felt good on the inside.
Yeah.
So you understand now.
Yeah. No, I got you, man. I got you big time. All right. That'll do it for us here today. Everybody have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow from 2 to 6. You got an instant replay coming up immediately after the Fast Lane. So for Andrew Marsh and for Carey Davis and for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. Appreciate everybody in the Snake Pit and everybody listening throughout the course of the day. Again, tomorrow I'll talk plenty of Cardinals as they take on the Phillies. See ya.